He's setting them up. Throws it to fucking Conklin or Rucker. It's really just the Jets chamber pot. Oh, we suck at stuff. To Garrett Wilson.
Oh, what a catch! What a catch!
That was all Zach, everybody. Oh, Quinn gets him.
Yes! Yes!
Look at that.
Oh,
a real live offensive touchdown. Got pressure. Run, you idiot. Here we go. Oh, that's a catch. That's a catch. All right, everybody. Garrett Wilson doesn't give a shit. Look at Zachy too, huh? Let's go, Zod. Gibson around the end. Run, little guy. Touchdown.
Oh!
Are you kidding me? I believe in Zod. Let's go, Jets. All right. Let's go, Jets. Here we go. I could not be more excited to be back. I was gone last week. Jeremy and Frankie from Flatbush held down the fort like champs, and I'm back today. As you know, I'm not in my my normal setting. I am in the mountains. As you can see, that's my view. The mountains, pink rivers, pink mountains, pink clouds. That's a real picture. That's my window, Jeremy. That's my picture. It. That's where I am.
Nice.
You like
That's
it?
Nice. I like it. Likey.
I'm in the Orient, maybe. I don't know. I'm in Miami Beach, everybody. It's a rainy day here in Miami Beach. I think it's appropriate for the slaughter we're about to witness as friends. How can we maintain a smile throughout this, what should be a complete and utter decimation? With that said, I want to say I'm grateful. I'm happy. I'm in a good mood. I'm happy to be watching Jets football with these guys. Jeremy, Jets Chaos, Brooklyn Brothers Food Review. How you doing today, my good friend?
You know, you talk about the laughing. How can we smile? How can we laugh? You ever, growing up, remember where there's a really bad joke or something someone says, and the first time you hear it, you think that's stupid. It's not funny. But then over time, everyone keeps doing it, and eventually you just start laughing because it's just so stupid. That's the New York Jets.
Yeah. I like it. So good. So Jeremy's he's settled in to a nice, comfy, cozy blanket of the malaise of Jets pain. It shouldn't be fandom. It should be paindom. That's what it should be. Frankie, how you doing today, my friend?
Forward to the Jets contributing to the MVP status of one Josh Allen. So it'll be nice. Let him have an MVP when he scores 10 touchdowns in a game. There'll be no doubt this is the guy. And no one else in the history of football has ever scored 10 touchdowns in a game, but Josh Allen did it against the Jets. So, it'll be nice to see history being made right before our eyes.
Yeah, that will be nice. This is one thing that we get to experience more than I believe any other fan base is we do get to experience historic type games more often than not. Now, we're very rarely on the positive side of those such things, butt fumbles and broken jaws and this guy's resurgence and, all that kind of stuff that we see. I think it's watching Josh Allen rush and throw for 10 touchdowns today would be pretty on par for our experience. I want to just answer one comment here from Mr. Terrible Takes. GreenBean dyes his hair. So what are you saying I dye? My beard so I can look old, or this so I can look younger? What do you think it is, Mr. Terrible Takes? What am I taking chemicals and rubbing all over my body? I'm curious, and inquiring minds must know, Mr. Terrible Takes. So, hey, before we get started, let me remind you guys of something going on around these parts. Nope, that's too close. Who wants to see Jeremy this close? No, frightening indeed. But let's talk about today's sponsor, everybody. The Great Bet US. I got to move my thing here. The Great Bet US, who is offering you a pretty amazing deal, actually. If I can just, there it is. If I could just get this graphic up for you guys. All you got to do, guys, is go to BetUS and use the promo code YouTube150, and they are prepared to give you a 150% bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000. But that's not all. You'll also get a 125% bonus on your next two deposits by using the promo code YouTube150, America's favorite sports book. And it's not just the Jets you can bet on. It's the entirety of the NFL, Major League Baseball, the NBA, the WNBA, darts, swimming, politics. It's all there. You can bet on anything and everything on the great BetUS. We're grateful for their presence throughout this season. One of the bright spots, if I will, of the entire Jets mess that has been the 2024 season. But YouTube 150 is the promo code. 150% deposit bonus on your first deposit of $2,000 is the deal. So there you go. Thank you to BetUS for hanging out. We got 8 minutes until Jets football. We're up there in Buffalo. It's raining, everybody. The Jets, you would like to believe, we built this team to be a running team. We got new offensive linemen, and we added to the tight end room, and we got bruising running backs to complement Breece Hall. And it doesn't seem like it's going to play to our strength, Frankie. Are we going to be able to run the ball today? Can we at least see that from the Jets today?
Sure, they're gonna try, but as always, the Bills will say, "All right, it's raining. Aaron Rodgers is an old man. Breece Hall's really good. Your offensive line's looking good. We're gonna stack the box and take that away from you and make you try to beat us with an old man with leg injuries." And then he'll have to do that. If he's able to make them pay, then they'll back off. Then we can run more. So, as always, threat balance is the key. We will, of course, try to run, but you can't run into 12-man boxes. That doesn't work. They're going to bring a guy in from the sideline to help out. That's how they're going to do it. But yeah, that's what's going to happen. They know we're going to run. They're going to try to stop it, and then we got to try to throw to get them out of it, and that's the chess match of football.
There it is. JoJo Town Sales in Fort Lauderdale. Well, I was in Cooper City for the last week. So now I'm in Miami Beach. I'll stay here for New Year's, and then on New Year's Day, we're taking our plan is to take a shot and hope that nobody's driving on New Year's Day, and we'll hop in the vehicle at 5 a.m. and tear off up to Virginia and see if we can make a record time with nobody wanting to drive after they've destroyed themselves with too much cake and alcohol and New Year's kisses, Jeremy. Everybody's got mono. That's what's going to happen. I'm going to drive home. So what do we think today? I did put a poll in there, guys. I'd love for you guys to answer the poll. Let me know what you think. What are you most excited about today? A little Garrett Wilson love, A-Rod's 500th touchdown. We would want to see him complete this 4,000-yard journey and be one more Jets thing we'll do is we'll finally have a quarterback to break Namath's record and have the best season ever, but we don't want him. Get out of here. We'll have a 4,000-yard quarterback and we'll say, get out. That's what we'll do. That's what's coming. Brace yourselves. But so what are we most excited about? Or are you just more excited that it's 2 weeks left and we can finally move on to something maybe potentially more fruitful? Put your comments in the poll. But Jeremy, what do you think about today? Is there any chance? Are we just kind of here to have some fun? Are we rooting? What do you see happening today?
It doesn't feel good because, the one player I loved watching that I was enjoying, the brightest part of our future, is not playing. Obviously, we all saw him get hurt. The good news is he'll be back in the spring, and I'm talking about Olu. So there's not a lot, especially because they're not playing the younger players. They're insisting they're trying their best to win. Yep. So we're not even getting to see anything. We're not getting to evaluate anybody. And I want to look ahead. I want to get to the end so we can get our new GM, we can get our new coach, and start feeling some hope again or some level of excitement. And they won't even give us a taste of that by playing, guys like Malachi Corley. And I'll let Frank rant on about the reason Ted Downing is not, gave for not playing Malachi.
Todd Downing.
With Todd Downing, but it's all freaking disturbing to me. It's all disturbing. Who cares if it's Ted or Todd? He's gone in 2 weeks.
That's right. Ted Todd is gone. Frankie, what'd you think about the Malachi Corley comments? The reason he's not playing, I don't know if you guys knew this, is because it's not because of anything he's doing wrong per se. It's that the room in front of him is uber talented, everybody. The Gibsons, Lazards of the world, they're too good to have a young third-round pick who was the yak king in college grace the field. What do you think of those comments, Frankie?
One of the guys who's ahead of him on the depth chart is named Alan Lazard. He is second in the NFL in a very important stat. Do you know what stat he's second in the NFL among all wide receivers in, GreenBean?
I have an idea, buddy. I know exactly what you're getting at.
It's not a good stat.
No.
It's the percentage of drop passes. He's at about 20% of the passes that he's thrown are dropped on the ground. At one out of every pass we throw to him, he drops it on the ground. And this is who's ahead of Malachi Corley. I mean, and not only that, he said, he's got all these people, but also he's got some maturing to do. He's got to learn how to be a pro, which makes you wonder, what is Malachi doing? Is he showing up to the meetings in onesies and dancing around like Michael Jackson? What is he doing that's so immature that he can't get on the field? I'd like to know, because all we heard about this kid in the pre-draft process, he's a hard worker. He works his butt off. You will not regret drafting this kid. He is so focused and da-da-da. Then he gets to us, and now he has a maturity problem all of a sudden. What? Yeah. And they don't tell us what that is. I'd like to know.
I'd like to know, too. Just so we know, Jimmy Jets did guess it. Dropped passes was the answer.
Number 2, 20% of the passes he drops.
Yeah, so it's not just that he leads the team in drops. It's that the percentage makes it even worse. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not just the number. You know, it's like, because if you have 6 or 7 drop passes, but you have 180 targets, you know what I mean? It's different, right? You got to look at the percentage. Wyatt checking in. What's up, Wyatt? Good to see you. This is the guy who we flew in from across the country to see a terrible, terrible Jets rainy, cold game where we scored fucking 9 points or whatever it was. No touchdowns. Glad you came with us, Wyatt. Welcome to being a Jets fan. What a season. I'm glad I at least have you guys. Happy New Year's. Well, Happy New Year to you, dude. Hope everything is bright and shiny moving forward. New coach, new GM, new whatever. And we'll move into brighter days, hopefully. But thank you so much, Wyatt. Happy New Year to you two, Jeremy and Frankie as well, and everybody else in the chat. It's coming. We got a couple more days of this one. I wish the Jets didn't play at all in January. You know, it's like I just wish we could just keep it all in 2024 and not taint it. Unless we go in there, I don't know. We're going to play the Dolphins. Maybe we can ruin their playoffs if they have a chance. They're still technically in it, right? Yeah, I think so. So anyway, thanks, Wyatt. You're a good man. J-Boy checking in. Get hype, football fans. Rodgers' last game ever. I don't think this is it. He's going to play next week. We do have a game next week, J-Boy. I know it can get, once you're this, it just gets so crazy. You get disillusioned and separated, and I don't give a shit. You lose track. We have a game next week. He's going to throw for 252 today, and he will continue, and he'll be 248 yards away from Namath's record or whatever the hell it is. And you'll see. We're going to watch the best quarterback season in Jets history, and we're going to want to get rid of him. I mean, it's a funny thing. I don't know, right, wrong, around the bend. I don't know. But anyway, J-Boy, get hype indeed, my friend. Get hype indeed. Let's end the poll before the game. If you didn't vote, it is what it is. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what the most exciting thing in the chat is today. The shit show finally ending. Won with 46% of the vote. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. Thought that would get a smattering. G-Dub breaks 1,000 yards for the third straight season. Comes in second with 27%. A-Rod's 500th touchdown, 17%. And A-Rod reaching 4,000 yards with a measly 8%. Frankie, if you had to pick one of those options, which one would you be most excited about today? Or which one are you most excited about today?
say, G-Dub, let's continue rooting for our hometown guy, the one we drafted, the one we need to keep, but the one all of the media wants to run right out of town, even though he's a great guy. He's too good for the stinky Jets.
Yep. I know. It's a big bunch of nothing. It's a nothing burger, in my opinion. Like Frankie just said, I choose to believe this is a media. I mean, it started with a Samini text or tweet that said, someone close to Garrett Wilson believes he will ask for that's literally the source. Somebody close believes. And here we are a month later or 3 weeks later, and the national news is talking about it.
Yep.
It's like, it's crazy to me. I don't understand. He's well targeted. He's frustrated because he's losing. Losing sucks. And he's working his ass off. He takes no plays off. He's open a lot. He gets, it's like he's doing everything he can, and we're losing. Even when we're up with 2 minutes left in the game, we lose. So that's frustrating. Of course, just so we know, we want our players to be frustrated with losing, guys. Now let's sync up. I got the team on the field, everybody. There's Morstead's doing the kickoff.
Oh, that's what I got.
Look at this. Kicks it.
Oh, you got the kick already?
Yep. And he's down. So where are you guys?
I just got him kicking it.
All right. So I'm a little bit ahead. I don't know how to pause. I'm in a weird place.
That's so weird. I got the game locally. I thought it would be faster today.
Oh, shit. Now I'm fucking way behind. Damn it. I just saw him walking out for the kick. Damn it.
Shit.
All right. I got Josh Allen. He's at the line in shotgun.
I got him in the huddle.
Oh, I got him on.
24,
right.
23, 22,
right.
21, 20, 19, 18.
All right, Josh Allen. Here he goes. He's running. He throws it. Incomplete. All right. I'm going to try to pause. Where are you on the play clock now?
He hasn't hiked it yet. So 7,
right.
6.
Tell me when you get to 34 after the play. Okay. Frankie, where are you?
I'm at 26, 25, 24.
Okay, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34.
Okay, we're good.
Okay.
All right. Let's see here. What do we got here? Hold on. I saw something come through the pike. Scotty178, newest stream beaner. Welcome to the club, buddy. Thank you for the support. Enjoy the emojis and super chats and content. Let's see. Josh Allen hands the ball off. Gets about 4. It's going to be 3rd and 6, Jeremy.
Yeah,
Williams down there. McDonald, not happy.
I'd say 3rd and a standard 6.
Standard. Okay. A standard 6.
Oh, 3rd and 5. They're giving him an extra little.
Phil Adams wants to know the BetUS odds on GreenBean getting told he's behind today. BetUS odds, everybody. That's where that is. All right, Josh Allen back to pass. Tosses it easy first.
Wow. Very easy.
Very easy.
Let's call a spade a spade.
Right.
That was like, if you want the first down, you could have that. We're just not going to give up a big play right now.
All right.
Let's see at that. What happened on that? What happened? He just came across alone. Somebody missed the coverage.
Yeah. Somebody's not in their zone, not where they're supposed to be, as usual.
Armani. Let's go.
Hold on. Okay, we got a fake handoff. Josh Allen back to pass. Getting some pressure. Here they come.
Ooh,
dumps it off to the running back. Oh, fumbles it, but there's a flag on the play. What, did somebody touch Josh Allen? Somebody touched him. Mustachio and all.
Yeah, he looks upset about it too. Somebody touched me. Oh no.
Hands to the face. Was that? I missed it. Was it hands to the face?
What was that for? Illegal contact.
So, yeah, you can't grab guys when they're running, Tony. Grabbing guys when they're running is not
Jeremy.
It's allowed. Sorry, Tony.
Jeremy.
Jeremy, my wife makes fun of me all the time for the way I say his name. Jeremy. I go, Jeremy.
Everybody.
Jeremy. There is an E in there. Jeremy.
I mean,
It's just
he's pretty.
sounds like
He's pretty
Jeremy.
germy. I mean, he is pretty germy.
On
Yeah,
the
he's
East-
disgusting.
all of my Italian friends call me Yetta Mia.
Oh,
Yetta Mia.
they had him in the backfield. Instead, he gets 8.
That's Ty Johnson, by the way, former Jet legend.
Yeah, he's picking up a lot of steam in the national media this past couple weeks.
He was a hot and cold guy for us.
Yeah, I mean, when he was good, he was good. But he would, again, I'll bring up the one game. It's not a singular event, but he dropped 3 consecutive third down passes. And they weren't like bombs. They were little screens.
I'll never
3
forget.
third downs in a row.
I think that was
Why isn't that a flag? Why are you punching McDonald?
wow. I think that was the first time. That was the first sneak of people saying, "Does Salah hold people accountable?" Like, how did he let it on that third drive? How is he still in the game? How is he still getting the ball thrown to him on the third time that he killed that drive? You know, the third drive he killed for us that game. Look at this. Fight, fight, fight.
That's right. Should be on the Bills.
Watch, offsetting.
That's right. Personal foul on the Bills, baby. That gives us time to talk to our good buddy, Armani AD in the house. What's going on, fellas? Always appreciate you guys putting this together on a weekly basis. I'm just here for the show. Yep. Forever Jetsfan. That was well done. Well done, Armani. Well, we're here for you, dude. You know, believe me when I tell you. You know, I'm down here with my wife and kids in Miami, hanging out, watching the Jets with you guys. You know what I mean? So it's good.
I'm tempted to put on more of a show if that's what Armani's here for. Like, I want to get my Grover doll and start doing my Grover and stuff voice.
I think he's insinuating it might be a shit show, Jeremy. I could be wrong. But here go the Bills. Backwards a little bit. 2nd and 17.
That won't be a problem. That won't be a problem for Mr. Josh Allen.
No, he's going to run it. He'll run 17 before we even realize he took off. Here we go. The ball is off. Josh Allen back to pass. He's looking squirrely. Quinnen Williams on the move.
Oh.
Throws it away. All right. 3rd and 17, Jeremy.
Wow. That's 3rd and long.
This is 3rd and long, right?
Flag. He complained they got a flag thrown. Let's see what it is.
What's the flag?
I guarantee defensive holding. Watch. I guarantee. Well, maybe I don't guarantee.
Oh, here we go. Hands to the face.
Yep.
Can we? Illegal use of hands. DJ Reed. Oh, maybe not hands to the face. Oh, such garbage. Can we cut it out?
We'll call.
Is that like an automatic first down?
It is.
So where was that?
Wow.
How is that illegal use of hands?
That was a terrible call.
He's at the line of scrimmage.
That's a terrible call. Wow, like really bad call.
Fucking first down from 3rd and 17, dude. Can we get mad and do something here?
Yeah, that's when you wonder if the NFL will ever review stuff like this and take action against the refs.
They
When
won't.
you can't impact football games this much over nothing.
No, they never will, dude.
It's unbelievable.
It doesn't affect their bottom line, so what do they care?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to
Yeah,
stop
they don't.
watching?
You're right. They're still making money no matter what. It's the same thing with Woody Johnson.
Juggalo,
Right.
that's a different Connor McGovern, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a totally different guy. I can see why the confusion.
Right.
Handoff. Push him back. What do you guys do? There you go.
Same
All
position,
right.
same position, same name.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I
So
remember
Go on.
we actually thought, and the media thought, the Jets media thought, like Rich Cimini, when this Connor McGovern got signed, that we had lost Connor McGovern at that time.
Yeah, because you're stupid. Everybody's dumb. Not you, Juggalo, of course. You don't get paid to know this shit. You know what I mean? Stodak checking in. 3 flags in 2 minutes. Going to be a fun game. Indeed. That's what we're looking at, man. Flag fest from Michael Piper. Right. Here we go. Josh Allen back to pass. Throws it deep. Oh yeah, right on. Look at this.
Wow.
Go all the way in the end zone. Why not?
Oh my God, Tigo's gonna be so mad. We told him not to start Josh Allen in fantasy.
Flag on the play. Dude, there's been like 5 flags in the first drive, and it's on them. Fantastic.
Holding.
But still, what kind of coverage was that? What kind of technique is this by Oliver? What is he doing?
Yeah. What are you doing? I mean, you were there. You just get your hands up, do something. Something.
Yeah, the hard part is being there, right? Keeping up with the receiver.
And then when he catches it, you fight him for the ball so you can knock it out. I don't understand our technique sometimes.
Yeah, we need a real coach, man. Somebody who knows football, not somebody we hope knows football. Somebody who comes in and says, what in the world was that?
Now it's 3rd and 13. And 90% of me is more worried about flag than them getting it legitimately.
Yeah, right. Get him. Oh, here he goes. He's going to throw it wide open. Look at this. Skiddly ding dang.
Wow.
Down to the 30-yard line, everybody. Fantastic. Jets football looking good.
Oh, it's going to be nice to get some real coaches in here.
Yeah.
Look.
Honestly, Tony Adams looks like he's completely clueless out there.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing. There's 2 passes now that just looking at the bare bones of it, looks like he's way out of position.
2 years 2 years of him being a project, Frankie, of being told how special he is.
Yeah.
We had to have him. Oh my God, we couldn't lose him.
There you go, Quincy. So we lost Pinnock because of just for this guy.
Yeah.
And he's had his moments, to be fair, but overall looks like he just might be an undrafted free agent special teams depth piece.
It turns out all along that it was JD who was mistaken about a great many things.
Well, Salah loved him. What are you going to do? You got to, like, as a GM, too, like, once you have the players, like, the cuts are very much influenced by the coaches, who they want and don't want. Especially at that. Come on, get him. Get him. Oh, late.
Oh, he was about to hit him from behind.
Yeah,
he missed him by a freaking half a second. That was a split.
If Quinn could cut those rounded edges on his, on his bend, he would have got there. It's an extra 2 steps for Quinnen to get to complete the circle. Yeah, there you go. Get him. Look at these fucking guys.
Wow.
They're fucking hilarious. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Aaron's in the house. Are they going to fire Mayo in New England? I don't know. I mean, if they're going to go for Vrabel, I think if that coaching job's open, I think Vrabel would be very attracted to it.
Go home.
Yeah. I mean, Ohio State's on, for him too.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say, Frankie?
Chip wants to keep Mayo.
There you go, Salty.
Pretty much by any means, and they're looking at his coaching staff, but they look like absolute dog doo-doo yesterday. So they may not, with the one chance they have to get Vrabel, they may look at it and go, you know what? Yeah, we thought Mayo was the guy, but let's get Vrabel in here. What are we doing?
Yeah. They might. Is Michael Carter hurt? Sodak wants to know, Frankie. Yeah, he's been banged up all season.
Yeah, it's been a rough year for him.
Yeah,
be good to get him back healthy next year. That's for sure.
That's what happens when you get money. You get hurt.
Oh, well, if you're the Jets, yeah.
Yeah, get him.
Nobody can tackle him. It's
amazing. There's nobody even there.
And there's a flag.
Dude, there's been a flag like every other play. This entire drive.
It's amazing.
This is a
16th play. This is a 16th play of the drive. No, this is what we expected. Hot knife through butter. Their offense through our defense. So not looking like anything we didn't. There you go. Pass interference sauce.
Wow.
He's amazing. Get your hands off. I don't understand this idea of he just doesn't get his hands off.
It makes you wonder if he's being coached.
I mean, come on. It's the most basic of things.
And I mean, it's either he does not listening to the coaching or the coaching is not happening.
I think he's gotten he's gotten into some very bad habits.
Yeah.
For some reason.
And they don't know how to break them.
And they can't, and they don't know how to break them in season. 16 play drive. We couldn't stop a nosebleed. We committed penalties. We're looking pretty bad. Pretty bad. We got into a fight.
It was horrible to watch. Well, get ready.
I mean,
we'll see what our offense can do, but get ready. Suit up.
I mean, did you think it was going to be anything else? I mean, this is exactly what we all kind of anticipated.
Yeah, we were talking about it before the stream started, like slaughter. This is likely to be a slaughter, guys. Likely. We'll see. Hopefully not, but we'll see.
7 points. Wow. 16 play drive. We couldn't stop anything.
7 minutes off the clock, Frankie. What were we seeing there? What were they doing to us?
5, 6. So 6 runs, 6 run attempts, 10 pass attempts. We were almost all exclusively a nickel, of course, because we can't play anything but nickel with our dumb defense. 2 times we were in base. The 2 times we were in base, and then we committed 1, 2, 3 penalties, so that's also not good. So basically, we did everything wrong, and they did everything right. So, yeah, it's going to be a fun game, everybody.
Yeah. Huey King checking in. Thank you, buddy. There's no comments. I don't see anything below it either. If you got something to say, I'll try to keep our eyes out for it, but thanks for the support. Appreciate it. Debor says today's game's going to feel like an eternity. Indeed. There's no doubt. This one's going to be rough.
Tell us about it.
I mean, look, maybe Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, Braylon Allen, maybe they can show that they have talent and they could do something. Olu not being in is a problem. You know what I mean? That was looking good. Our offensive line was playing much, much better than what we're used to seeing. But who knows? Maybe we make this a fun game, but it's gearing up. So far, it looks like the defense has nothing really for the Bills' offense. So we'll see how our offense does. Maybe an up and 3, down and 3. Get this shit going right. You know what I mean? Let's keep the Bills' offense out there all day.
Some teams have a West Coast offense. Some teams have the air raid offense. We got the old man offense, and we're going to make that work, man. We're going to make it work. We got the old man out there. He's going to make them pay. Let me tell you.
Right. This is an interesting ad from Hims and Hers, everybody. $69. Get yourself some fucking fat juice. Everybody. So the D, all right, hey man, look, 7-0. It's very much a real. It is. Hey, it's a 1-score game, everybody.
And we got the ball.
We got the ball.
We're doing pretty good. We got the ball. It's a one against a tough team like Buffalo. 1 score, and we're tied.
Right.
Wait a minute. There's something that happened we didn't analyze. Why was Morstead kicking off? Zerline was activated before the game. We have Greg Zerline.
Oh, this one's returnable, Frankie. We'll talk about that. That's a good point. Isaiah Davis wants to go somewhere. Gets to the 28, falls hard.
He looked like he was delivering an important package.
He did.
Man,
New York City courier. It's interesting. My first thought was Greg the Leg is back, but they don't want to take any chances with having him unnecessarily tweak whatever it is in his leg that's been the problem. Remember, if Greg the Leg just made his kicks, we'd have 3 more wins just on that alone. We got Conklin in motion, settles in at the fullback position, and the ref dropped his hat, and there's balls on the field. Bills Mafia.
Buffalo. Gotta love Buffalo.
Yeah, and the Bills Mafia is there to party. They got beach balls in the snow. Look at them. Fucking beach balls all over the place. What's going on here? Conklin, same play. Here we go. Gave him extra time to think about it. Gets it to Brees, who's taking off, baby. 10+ yards on play one. Gotta love it. That's the way. That's the way. I want to see some offense today. That's all I really care about. Vladdy checking in. I was expecting to lose. However, I can't stand Allen. I hate him even more than I hated Brady. Such a diva quarterback and a female dog. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to take more for me to hate him more than Brady, but I'm with you. I'm with you. I know. I want to win today. I don't give a shit. I'm done. I'm done caring about anything. I just want to watch offense and win. I'd love to watch all those Buffalo fans be upset when they leave. There you go. 3 yards.
Be nice to see if A-Rod could stay on that 250 pace, and then we go into next week, and the big question will be: will he hit 4,000?
Will he break Namath's record? Namath's record is 4,007 yards, if I remember, maybe 4,008. Now he did it in 14 games, so it's a whole different thing. But the stats remain: the Jets have not had a 4,000-yard receiver since that year, since the NFL had 14 games. So it'd be nice to see. It'd be fun. Oh, Aaron Rodgers running. Throws it. Can't get it to Conklin. 3rd and 7, Jeremy.
Flag. Holding on the defense.
Flag on the play.
On the defense, according to A-Rod. And he's a veteran.
A-Rod believes, and he's very smart, as we know.
Yep, he's right.
Illegal contact, baby. These refs are not playing games today. They want a clean game.
They want to
You don't know, to get a clean game, you just call more penalties. That always works.
That's right. Say, guys, just so you know, we're calling everything today. We want to see a clean game. There you go, Carolina.
Nice. Come on, Carolina.
Let's go Carolina.
Go get him.
Go get him.
Who do we want in the Tennessee-Jacksonville game?
Jacksonville, I believe. Tennessee, if they stay ahead of us, maybe Tennessee. Because if they stay ahead, like if we have the same losses there, I don't know if I got to look at it. I don't
know if it's strength of schedule or the fact that we beat them.
No, it's strength of schedule first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's when that's tied that they move into, which I think is dumb. I think it should be head-to-head should always be first.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts, but I'm wrong because it's not that way. But that's just my feelings.
Q said it's based on strength of schedule, and we want Tennessee to win.
Tennessee. There you go. Who said that?
Q.
There you go, Q. Thanks for looking at it or knowing it and letting us know. I just haven't in a minute, so I forget. But I appreciate. That's why it's good to have guys like Q around. You know, Frankie.
Is that next generation?
Forever's here. Huh?
Is that next generation Q, like from Star Trek? Is that the can he make?
Yeah, he's the omnipotent Q. And there's the comment, everybody. Thanks, Vladdy. All right, we got Aaron Rodgers under center, 2nd and 5. Devontae Adams is in motion. Look at this, a little pitch
for a first down.
Brees Hall gets the first. Brees is looking like he's running with a little bit of conviction today, Ken. What do you think about that? Sauce is so overrated. Trade the bum. I don't know. I'm not ready to say that. Like anybody can have a down year. He has his moments. I hear you. I support the idea that it's a down year. I don't think he's overrated. We've seen him do some pretty fucking amazing things. You know, with the shifty guys not being able to lose them and all that kind of stuff. His recovery speed is exceptional. So his length, I mean, you know, he needs to be coached. I don't believe we have the coaches anyway. I think our team's done.
Braden Allen in the backfield.
Braylon, you piece of POS.
So much easier to say Braden.
Braylon. It's softer. Braylon. There he goes.
I got to think blind man.
Braylon Allen for 5 yards. All right.
Braylon. Meanwhile, my friends Braden Allen and my friend Ted Downing are having dinner somewhere right now.
Hanging out with Quentin Williams and what's the other one you do? You do another one that's pretty funny. I got to think. I forget.
Travis Jordan.
Travis Jordan.
Not Jordan Travis.
All right, 4 on the play clock. Aaron
Oh!
Rodgers hands the ball off. Look at this guy, Braylon Allen for the first.
Braylon.
5 yards a clip for Braylon all of a sudden. Huey checking back in. Sauce needs to get on the jug. Totally, right? He should be on the jug machine till the stars come out at night. And there should be some low-level coach sitting out there with him. Maybe even the high-level coach. Why can't they work till the stars come out?
There's Garrett.
There
he's
he
not
is.
frustrated. He gets his targets.
That's right. Got 9 yards on the reception there.
How much does he need to 1,000? 50.
15. Yeah, something like that.
So he's like one reception away, maybe.
Yeah. Look at the Cowboys. All right. Yeah.
Man, I like the balance. We're running it a lot and passing. Like we got balance. That helps. He's going to take a shot here. Watch.
2nd and 1.
Nope. Stays up. Stays on his feet. And there he goes.
There he goes. Nice cut, Brees.
Flag.
What is the flag?
If it's an
Going to
offensive
be holding.
If it's there it is. Offensive holding every time.
Every time
we get a big play. Every time we get a big play. I mean, that was the play. Looks like they called it.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, Titman?
Who was it?
I think they called it on Titman.
Look at your Boa fucking knocking dudes on their ass. You gotta love it.
Ticky-tack call.
They called it on.
Yeah, that is ticky-tack. Well, but you know why they called it? Because that's where the running back was. So even if you pull a wrist for a split second, if that's where the play is, they're going to call it. You got to just play better, guys. What is the deal with all this shit? Aaron Rodgers back to pass.
Nice.
Gets it to Conk. Gets near the first down. Jets offense looking proficient. Billy
Davis was on the field there.
Huh?
Isaiah Davis was on the field there on that play.
He's a good player. I want to see more of him.
Yeah. I love our young backs. I love all of them.
Yeah.
Except for Izzy. He's gone. He can suck it. 351 people in here with us today. Let's not forget to hit the like button. Only have about 87 likes, I think. Let me refresh and see if that's in there. Aaron Rodgers back to pass.
Oh, what a bad pass.
Oh, he had him. Just had to get it in front of him. Don't forget to hit the milk thumbs, everybody. 4th and 1. It's time to see Greg the leg. Or will we go for it? Do we have a sack?
It was a touchdown.
You can't blame Kenny for that. Give me
I know. Hits him in his fucking shins.
It's a
Get it to him.
pass. He's a freaking
and he
big
was wide
man.
open. So they're going to credit Kenny Yeboah with his first career drop. All right, here we go. 4th and 1. We're going for this.
So bad.
We do the same play every time. We can't do it.
So bad.
Yeah, we're so bad, dude.
Worst coaches in the world.
And the play call previous was perfect. We were in 22 personnel. We're throwing out of it. We get exactly what we want. Yeboah is wide open, and the quarterback can't hit him. That's not coaching. Then this is a dumb play because they know exactly what we're going to do. But
yeah, it's the same every time. It always comes from that side. Max Mitchell. It's the same every. Look at last week's or the week before, whatever it was, the 4th downs. It's the same play, and it's the same penetration that stops the play. They get to him before he gets to the line of scrimmage. It's not even like he runs into a wall. They get to him before he gets there. Every single time. We have not fixed it all year, and we still want to do it. It's going to work. Give him some help, maybe.
The good news is these coaches are so gone. They're so gone. Like, goodbye. Have a nice life. Wherever you end up as coordinator somewhere or coach or position coaches.
Yeah, I mean, look, you can say what you want about the specific players and all that kind of stuff, but the play hasn't worked all year,
Right.
right? Like M. Darrett is saying, why to run? We have proven that we cannot run that. It's the same play.
Right. Run right into their strength. They're stacking the box. They're stacking the line. They're waiting for
it's
that
coming.
play.
In order to run that play, you need to be like the Lions or the Ravens or somebody who can line up and just say, we are going to punch you right in the fucking mouth, and we don't care if you know it's coming. We're still going to do it.
Right.
Or the Chargers. That's who can run that play consistently. Not our team. We can barely run basic plays where they don't know what's coming. I mean, the play before was perfect. It was 22 personnel. We never run 22. I was like, what the hell are we doing? We were in 22. And I was like, okay, we must be running. No, they faked the run. Okay, great. And we got the guy wide open, and the quarterback can't throw the ball to a wide open player on the run because he's 800 years old.
And then we got a percentage of our fan base that's so Rodgers crazy, they're blaming Yeboah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's running this way. The ball hits him in the foot. How's he supposed to? What do you want him to do?
How did he not catch that football that was thrown into his shin?
I mean, come on. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but Andrew, here's the thing, Andrew. You're right. It's execution. But we've done 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1 numerous times. It's the same play that they keep running. They telegraph it. They tell you exactly what they're doing. And it gets penetration in the backfield every time. We can't run the play. That's where the coaching comes in. We don't have the horses. Whatever it is, when on the 3rd or 4th and short, we run that, it doesn't work. So why are they still force feeding that exact play? It hasn't worked. That's where the coaching comes in. I mean, we know Max Mitchell's at left tackle. Are we to believe they don't? And that was a good drive. Here comes the pitch. Get him. There we go. Show him who's boss. 3-yard loss. Sherwood, Quincy Williams combined for the stop. Ryan King checking in. There he is. Does our special teams coach survive this coaching change again? I don't think so.
Let's hope not.
I think it's time. Goodbye. Like, what is he doing? Before the kicking change and all that sort of stuff, yeah, he was good. But I don't know. Bring in your own guys. I'm so sick of it. Maybe he's the problem. He's been here. He hasn't been a part of a winning organization yet. Get him out of here. I don't want anybody retained. And that's just that Italian security guard. Get him out of here too. Wouldn't let me take a damn selfie with A-Rod. Fucking asshole. Get him, Sherwood.
Oh, I saw Sherwood was tracking that down the entire time.
Yeah, he got him.
At the very beginning, he was angling that to get him. It's not easy to get that.
And he still gained 10 yards.
Well, I mean, Sherwood was on the other side of the field. Well, great effort for Sherwood. Look at that. I mean, that was good. He did the best he could.
But that's the problem with, well, he's not exactly spying here, but that's the problem with spying. In this case, he wasn't spying, but that's the problem with spying in generally, is because you're not as fast as he is. You know,
right?
Spy all you want.
Sherwood is. See, that was good closing speed.
The real issue is we didn't seal the edge.
Yeah, there's no edge.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Ty Johnson, everybody.
Sauce Gardner with the tackle.
Good point, Brandon. Good point.
I never understood why we let Ty Johnson go. He injured his pec. He injured his pec in the offseason, and we said, up, bye-bye, released. Meanwhile, it wasn't a serious injury, and he's a perfect $1 million third back. By not having him on the roster, you had to take Isaiah Davis. We all love Isaiah Davis, but what else could you have taken in the draft that could have helped you? Those are the type of roster decisions
it's been 2 years since he's been gone. So if Douglas didn't whiff on Izzy.
Well, that too.
You know what I mean?
But those are the kind of like fringe roster decisions. There was no reason to let Ty Johnson go. He injured his pec in the offseason. I mean, you just put him on IR. There was no reason to release him. It was stupid. I mean, that's the kind of roster guy you need. He makes like $1 million, and he's useful. That's exactly who you need on your roster to keep it strong. That's what annoyed me about it. He was the perfect third back on a roster. Not that he's
Yeah,
great, but
I didn't like him.
he's
He
helpful.
No, but he fumbled and dropped passes all the time. Now he doesn't do that in Buffalo, so
Yeah.
there's
So
that.
what happened? That's what he did for us one season. He had one bad season. Look at the rest of his career. He doesn't do that. So did he get nervous while he was here, or what? What? It was just the Jets curse that made him drop passes, or you know. But he's your third back. That's what I'm saying. Is
No, I hear you. Well, I'm not ready to call Corley a bust. This coaching staff clearly has no ability to evaluate, especially offensive talent.
But GreenBean, this is what I've been thinking about Malachi. What about Sean Jefferson? Is Sean Jefferson a respected wide receiver coach?
I would say mildly. He's not like a sought after guy. I mean, he's never been a part of like winning organizations, right? I mean, I think he went to the Rams for a minute.
But wouldn't he know what's going on with pounding the table? He had to be one of the people pounding the table for us to draft Malachi, right? I mean, one of the guys, because the coaches get like limited cut-ups of the guys we're seriously considering for their feedback. They don't get to make the choices, but they are consulted for their feedback. Like, hey, which one of these 5 do you think is the best? You know, what do you think of these 4 guys we got in the same bucket? You know, this sort of thing. And don't you think he would look at it and give meaningful feedback? Like, no, this kid's not going to be able to translate or whatever.
Well, let's look. I hear you, yes, but we don't know what. You know, it's his first year with this particular staff. We don't know what power he has, you know, but these are the teams that he's worked for. So you tell me if they're the creme de la creme or maybe otherwise. The Detroit Lions in 2006 and 7 and 8 and all the way to 12, actually. Then he was on the Titans for a minute. The Dolphins, the Jets, the Cardinals, the Panthers, the Jets. So you know what I mean?
Whatever. We don't even. It's hard to even know with these position coaches, right? I mean,
I like them. I do.
I mean, when you don't know, you'd at least like to have guys with like a winning acumen, you know, like a background of being around the winning locker room. Like, so at least there's knowledge amongst the coaching staff of what it looks like.
He was a receiver in the league, so I mean, it's like weird that he can't tell you what it looks like for a guy who's going to be at least have a chance to be successful.
Yeah,
Tom doesn't care about Ty Johnson. He wants to talk about the 3rd and 4th. We talked about the 3rd and 4th down sequence ad nauseum. Did you not hear us? Come on, man. We talk about all of it. Josh Allen getting chased. Oh, flags everywhere. That looks like holding to me. Where are you going, Josh Allen? Hey, why are you sliding into Sherwood?
that was like taking out a second baseman.
Yeah.
Holding.
We talk about all of it. Everything.
Well, I mean, like the problem is, you know, I mean, it's not really the problem. The reality is you have a coaching staff that's here right now. That's, you know, obviously they want to win and build up their argument of why they should have future jobs. Whereas we want to see Corley play. You know?
Yeah. Right.
You know? But I would argue, how could Xavier Gibson be a better option than Corley? How could Corley be worse?
Yeah, right. Because he does not.
Lazard's dropping 20% of the passes. How's that helping the current staff? It's not like Lazard is lighting it up. That's the part that's confusing me.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was the coach, if I was Downing, I would say trying to salvage a job for myself next year. I'm saying it's not working with what I have. Let me put this kid Corley in and hope for a miracle, and at least say, look, I discovered this guy. I developed him all year, and then we got him going. You know, like something positive. Like it's not working the way it is for you right now. It's like try something different.
Could not agree more. Chris Gennardo checking in says every coach except Middleton on this staff is for the toilet cleanhouse. I gotta say,
why does Middleton get off the hook? We have tight ends who can't block anybody. Why? Because he had some nice quotes in a TV show. How about we have a tight end who can friggin' block a person, get in front of somebody, put somebody in the friggin' dirt? What about that? Why does he get a pass?
I was going to say something very similar. I mean, look at Jeremy Ruckert, Chris. I mean, Middleton was tasked with developing him. And I will argue that he doesn't look very good. At minimum,
to say the least.
Right. At minimum, inconsistent. Hold on a second.
Well, and it's worse than that. It's not like, if Jeremy Ruckert was horrible from the beginning, you'd say, well, maybe he's just a bust. But he regressed. He was better. Like his rookie year, he was making his blocks. His second year, he missed a little bit more, but he was like nothing was compared to this year. So he regressed. He got worse. So that's just coaching. You have to look at coaching. How does a player regress and get worse and you not blame the coaches?
Hold on.
Jeremy Ruckert. Jeremy Ruckert. That's great.
Okay. All right. Hey. Out. Hey, you. Come on.
I wouldn't trade for Kyle Pitts because Kyle Pitts is not succeeding in, I think, his third different offense. Like, how many excuses can you make for Kyle Pitts?
Yeah. All right. We got a 2nd and 16 here. Josh Allen.
Ooh.
Oh, look at that. Tipped. Can't get there. Who's that? Oliver? Oh, it's Chuck Clark. Because he's old, slow, and all that stuff. Pedro says over 400 watching. Let's hit the like button. Yeah, everybody. Let's go. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that there like button. Squeeze the milk thumbs, if you will.
Oliver.
Isaiah Oliver with the tip.
Oliver.
Not really. Almost. Well, it's good play nonetheless. All right, guys. 3rd and 16. The Bills are 3-3 on third down conversions. That looks like offsides to me. Back him up. 3rd and 21.
Oliver reminds me of the kid from the Brady Bunch. The extra kid.
Yeah, the one who looked like the guy who sang
John Denver.
No, but he did. He looked like John Denver. Remember the guy who sang Rainbow Connection? What was his name?
Jim Henson?
No, but he was always on the Muppets.
Oh,
the frog sang that.
What was the guy's name?
He
was like he looked like a fucking frog, but he somehow maintained this amazing career and had all the ladies.
I don't remember.
Yeah, no, I gotta find him. Who sings Rainbow Connection?
I think I know who you're talking about it because she looked like John Denver also.
Who sings Rainbow Connection?
Jim Henson sings the song Rainbow Connection.
No, he doesn't. Who fucking wrote it then? Jim Henson.
He sings it as Kermit.
Yeah, because he was Kermit. Yeah, but the guy who wrote it. All right, hold on.
It's about rainbows.
Who wrote Rainbow Connection?
Rainbow Connection was written by Paul Williams.
Paul Williams. All right, here we go. I'll show you this guy.
Or visions. Only illusions.
Here we go. This is the guy. Jeremy.
Yes, I remember that actor.
Does that look like Oliver?
That's a grown-up Oliver.
All right, the Bills are punting, everybody. This is big stuff. Jets held them. I missed it looking for a damn 1970s singer. Looks like
where else he's from, GreenBean?
Look at this. Hey, Gibson.
That actor was also on the Love Boat for sure. I'd bet anything on it. He was a guest on the Love Boat, like he's one of the passengers.
Yeah, always Love Boat. So that's why we keep Xavier Gibson, everybody. That 6-yard return is the reason.
Block in the back.
We love him. Oh, block in the back, which opened it up. We're going to knock that back a tad. Paul Williams was a musician, not really. Totally, Billy. But he showed up on the Muppets all the time, and he did stuff.
The Giants
he was a big deal back then. Remember that guy? Yeah, remember Paul Williams, Joe Buddha? There he had it. I should have looked in the chat.
What if the Giants could finish the year with 2 wins? That'd be nice.
What do you mean?
Excuse me. Can we get this game going, or do we have to sit here and not understand what the flag is going on? Let's get these officials a clue. Can we buy these referees a clue, please? Just one clue about how to officiate a football game.
Look at these
Yeah.
guys. They're so
Old
good.
Now it's no flag. It was a flag,
No
but it was
flag.
no flag. The old flag, but no flag. Let's throw a flag just in case there needs to be a flag.
Yeah. Let's talk about it. You sure there wasn't any fgs?
Flags,
Did
flag on
anybody
the
see
play.
anything? I threw the flags. So to talk to you guys, did you see anything we could say?
Here's
Yeah,
the real
we-
question. I think this is the most important question of the game. Ulbricht has a pen in his cap.
Again,
Do we think that he uses it at any point in the game?
he probably forgets that it's there.
Yeah.
That's the problem with that's one of the many problems with the pen in the cap strategy. First of all, you don't use it. Second of all, can we talk about how these coaches are dressed like bums? Since when did it become okay for coaches on a football team to dress in sweatpants and sweatshirts and tennis shoes? Can we get a little class going? Can we class it up on the sidelines? Can we make it look like we're smart instead of a bunch of muscle-bound bozos?
Yeah.
They're all trying to look like Belichick.
Well, this goes for all the coaches. They all do the same thing on all the teams. It's all exactly the same. Nobody wears anything that makes them look like they're, they know what they're doing.
Right. Well, I want to point out the defense for Paul Williams is serious in the chat right now. Led by Chris Donardo.
Williams? Who's
Yeah,
Paul
Paul-
Williams?
The guy who wrote Rainbow Connection. We're still talking
Oh.
about it, Frankie. I don't know if you knew.
Oh, this all started because of Oliver from the Brady Bunch.
Because of Isaiah Oliver tipped the pass.
Most
Uh,
powerful and talented guys in music, Paul Williams.
That's right. He wrote
Never
songs for
heard of him. He's not that
You-
powerful. If I never
But
heard of
you've
him.
heard his music, Frankie. That's the thing. he's been in the background. Look, he wrote Old Fashioned Love Song. That was a hit for Three Dog Night. He wrote songs for the Carpenters. He was in Smokey and the Bandit. They're not having.
But who wrote the Barry Manilow song that says "I write the songs that make the young girls cry" and all
Not
that?
Barry Manilow. That's the funniest part.
Was it
about
Paul Williams? Did Paul Williams write that song? Then I'd be impressed.
Let's find out.
Who wrote the song "I Write the Songs," sung by Barry Manilow?
I write the songs that make the.
Let's see.
Bruce Johnston of the Beach Boys wrote the song.
Bruce Johnston of the Beach Boys wrote that one.
From
I
Wikipedia.
write the songs that
But it wasn't Barry Manilow. So Barry Manilow was faking it.
He's
Faking
a
it.
liar.
He's a faker.
liar.
Faking liar.
Faked it the whole time. He was never the guy who wrote the songs. All right, Aaron Rodgers under center. Fake pass to Brees Hall. Get it to Garrett Wilson. Dude, come on. Dude, Morgan Moses just had to hold his block. That's it. And that was a big gainer. Garrett Wilson's like, I hate this team. I want out.
I hate this.
I want out. Nobody can hold their blocks. Nobody can get me the fucking ball.
It's amazing. It's amazing that we haven't had an incident where one of these players run to the sideline and just like spit in one of these coaches' faces.
We did. Michael Carter last year, and then he got traded.
Yeah.
Elijah Moore tried to tell us. Elijah Moore was the truth teller.
Elijah
right.
Moore, yeah.
Except the fact that Mike LaFleur was the best offensive coordinator we had. All right, Devontae Adams in motion.
Look at Brees.
Brees. Oh! There you go. There you go.
He's still good.
I want to remind everybody of the odds on America's favorite sports book, everybody. This is what's going on. Wait, there we go. Come on with this thing today. Here we go. Here it comes. All you got to do is use the promo code YouTube150 to get yourself a 150% bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000, everybody. Hopefully you bet Brees Hall would have himself a day today because he is. Fake handoff to Brees, dumps it off to Devontae Adams, who says, you know what? I really want this first. And he gets it. There you go, guys. YouTube 150 is the code. BetUS is America's favorite sports book. Thank you for sponsoring the live stream today. All right. Okay. I'll get the score back up in a second for you fine feathered fellas and ladies and gents. Okie dokie. Hold on, everybody. Here it comes. You guys want to see the score? And your wish is my command. There it is. 7-0 Buffalo Bills. Jets driving on the 42-yard line of the Bills. Brees Hall can't. Oh, why didn't he get? He should have got that first.
That's a first.
No, he didn't get it. Oh, they gave it to him. Look at that. I didn't see that. I thought Devontae got it. They didn't like it.
That's what I thought. No, Devontae didn't get. That's weird. His knee must have been down or something.
Paul says he fully expects a Paul Williams thumbnail.
Who is that? Who's hurt?
Yeah, that's a big guy. We don't need to lose any more big guys.
That's Morgan.
Morgan Moses. Good. Bring in Carter Warren.
Here comes Mr. Idiot.
Did they give him the first down? Chat, did they say that was a first down?
Looks like they gave him the first. It looked short, but it looks like they gave it to him.
He's going to take a long, hard look at Morgan's leg.
Chat, did they give him the first? I want confirmation.
Yeah, I mean, Devontae Adams had the first. I don't know what.
No, Adams. Well, they said his knee was down.
It wasn't.
First down, but Moses is cooked. Warren Carter to the rescue. His name is Carter Warren.
Coach running
Warren
out.
Carter to the rescue.
Warren Carter, who just lost out to Mitchell for the left tackle position.
That's right. Well, because he's a right tackle. That's why. And his name is Carter Warren.
I got it right.
But his name's Carter Warren, not Warren Carter. But we're just being on theme with Jeremy-itis.
I'm reading it the way it was in the chat.
Well, you shouldn't do that.
I should fix it and correct it and say it's Carter Warren, Stu.
That's right.
And by the way, Stu is a very good, that could be a name, a noun, or a verb. You could stew meat.
You can stew meat.
What an insight by Jeremy. That is really something.
You can also stew on the fact that the Jets are going to have a 4,000-yard quarterback, and we don't want him.
You could say that Stu was stewed, that the stew was not good.
You can do that.
You could do that. I'm not saying you should do that.
No. Well, you can.
Stu was stewed, but the stew was eaten by another stew.
Hey, here's the thing, guys. We're watching some offense. We didn't score, but we're watching some offense, and that's nice.
Play still pisses me off. Here's Kenny Yeboah, the patron saint of GreenBean, the Jet fan. He's running wide open for the end zone. He's got it. He's got it. All he needs to do is get the ball from the old man, and the old man can't deliver it. It's very frustrating.
He can't do it. Now, where that camera angle is, I've stood right there, everybody. I've been to that exact spot, not on the grass, but I think they used a zoom. I don't think they're on the grass either. They're behind the bar. Yeah. That's the American side. That's actually right there is Cave of the Winds. If anybody goes to Niagara Falls, definitely go to Cave of the Winds. You get to walk up the stairs and be like among the falls and the wind. And they give you the rain gear and you kind of like feet away from the falls. You can touch them. It's amazing.
They were just showing up.
Takes the hands off to Isaiah Davis.
GW, 1,000 yards.
1,000 yards for Garrett Wilson, everybody. There it is. There it is, everybody. I saw that comment, Chris, that Paul Williams also wrote all the music for Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas, which is one of my personal faves. Ain't no hole in the wash tub. All right. And one of my favorite movies. I got to watch that again. Great movie. But Garrett Wilson, historic moment, everybody. The Jets have a receiver that for the first 3 years of his career goes over 1,000 yards. Hands the ball off to Brees, who runs it forcefully into the pile. Gets about 3. Shout out from Wild Wave. All right. There you go. There you go. Warren Carter looking pretty good out there, says Stu. Embrace it, right, Stu? Embrace it. Fuck it. It's like Jeremy's been calling him Braylon Allen since the day he was drafted. Our Braden Allen.
Yeah, you
I can't even mess it up.
You can't even mess it up. Oh, look at this.
Oh no! What happened?
Man, when you have an old man as a quarterback, he throws interceptions to linemen because he's old and bad.
It's like we're stuck in permanent mode as the 1962 New York Mets. Like it's a freaking clown show year after year.
So let me see what happened. I want to see it. I missed the damn replay. Show me again. Damn it. I got to watch the fucking
Ball.
replay.
It is a tip ball, but you could say it's not his fault. Not his fault.
It's not his fault. It was tipped. Let's see.
And I'm not blaming any particular player, by the way. That wasn't a lashing out at any player.
It really isn't his fault. The guy was engaged. He should be able to get that off. Maybe throw it a little higher, maybe over the guy. But Chupacabra says Rogers sucks. There it is.
I don't even have to blame a player. It's just us. It's just the Jets. It's just the same.
The good news is, the good news is Wilson got his milestone, and he surpassed it. So, he's good to go there. So, let's hope Breece Hall can put up some numbers. Let's hope, I don't know.
Yeah, any ball. I honestly I don't think that's on Rodgers. It sucks. It was a tip ball.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
But
to me, it's just more the Jet kind of crap, right? It's not about Aaron. It's not about the tackle. It's just about this is Jet. This is us. Like it's just crap. Even if we don't do anything wrong, it doesn't matter. This happens.
But the other thing is this red zone inefficiency continues apace. Like one of the themes in this season has been, we can move the ball pretty well in a lot of games, but we get down to the red zone and we bog down. So that has continued here, where we just can't seem to execute in the red zone for some reason. So I would say that's also something else that's going on here as an overall theme.
This is the second week in a row that we've watched our offense move the ball really well, and we just can't pick up points. Because we were moving the ball, right? Last week we were moving the ball really well all game.
Yeah, very frustrating.
Again.
I guess the only good news to that is then it's not as broken, maybe, for a new coach to come in and fix it.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things you see other teams that they have is in the red zone, the quarterback goes back to pass. He runs around for 5 minutes and then he runs it in. So having a mobile quarterback is helpful in a lot of ways.
Oh, man. That was painful.
Yeah.
4th and 1, painful. Tip pass in their red zone, painful. I mean, the thing is, you can talk about interceptions all you want. The truth is, that was the 9th all year. We haven't seen that in fucking decades. We got single-digit picks right now, guys.
Right.
In the second to last game of the year.
Right. He has thrown so few in the last 5 or 6 games. A lot of them were in the beginning, and then, we've gone a long time without them. So.
Let's see here. Romo's defending Rodgers. I can't quite hear it because if we have the sound on M. Darrett, they'll flag the stream. I've had that happen a couple times. Said I was playing NFL audio. Like, ugh. But did you guys hear next year they might allow us, Frankie and Jeremy, to show the games on the stream? Did you see that?
Really?
Not see that.
Yeah.
That'd be fantastic.
That'd be unbelievable. It'd be life-altering. The people are going to say, you're behind.
That's incredible.
And I can see it. I'm clearly watching it. Why don't you fast forward?
But that's so good for like our friends internationally that struggle to get the game. We have people that are listening to us that can't see the game.
Yeah, the NFL is embracing the YouTube aspect. The way that they said it was, there's clearly an uptick in fan passion and engagement for YouTube. Oh, come on, guys. That was a 3-yard loss, and it's a 9-yard gain. That's 50 yards. Flip. Good thing Tracy Wolfson is reporting.
And
What's she saying? What's she saying about Morgan Moses, everybody? What's up, Jeremy?
I would say the best part about that, we didn't even mention, is that we'll all be in sync. We're all reacting and watching the same thing at the same moment.
Yes, exactly. Juggalo wants to know, why don't I put a Bluetooth and ear pod in one ear? I actually tried that. I had headphones. I can't hear these guys. You know what I mean? It's noise. It's too much. Maybe you, I don't know how old you are, Juggalo, but if you're at 30 or under, your brain is different than mine. It's madness. It's chaos. I need to, it's bad enough. I got 2 guys on the stream, a fucking perpetually moving chat and a game on. That's enough. You guys don't realize how difficult this is. Not complaining, but it's not as seamless as I make it seem. I'm a professional, everybody.
Oh, I was showing game film. I'm playing all 22 and like doing a thing, and then somebody in the chat, like while I was doing all that, I got back, left, and said, "I'm never coming here again. You're ignoring my chats."
Yeah, they don't know. It's hard.
It's like we're sitting there.
Yeah, I looked I forget how to look at that. There was something like one stream we had like 3,000 chats in a 2-hour stream. And it's like, how am I possibly going to see all those? We're definitely, nobody's ever intentionally ignored, unless you're like Mr. Terrible or somebody like that. I'm just kidding, Mr. Terrible. Or some. Yeah, I love Mr. Terrible.
3rd and 2, guys.
3rd and 2. Quincy Williams on the stop.
Frankie doesn't look optimistic.
GreenBean overstimulated. Totally, dude. After these streams, I'm like shot. I'm destroyed. I got to record a podcast. I'm like mush in the brain.
That was Reddick in coverage. Reddick in coverage. Not able to stop the pass, but able to push the guy out of bounds after he received.
3 of 4 on 3rd down conversions. Aaron Rodgers in shotgun. That's not Aaron Rodgers. Josh Allen. Here we go. No pressure. Gets the first. Easy. Runs behind it. And decides to get it instead. All right. 1st down.
No one in coverage, really. Reddick was
no one. He was running around. He was doing all kinds of shit for no reason by himself. B. West checking in. I know that there hasn't been a lot of interceptions this year, but after the bad start, A-Rod has refused to push the ball downfield. Yeah, I think that comes from the early part of the season. The offensive line was not good. He was getting hit 14 times, sacked 5, 6, 7 times. So that he was traumatized. You know what I mean? Like we saw with Sam Darnold, Happy Feet, Zach Wilson. Like once you see it, it's tough to come back from.
That's why it's so important we come back with the same offensive line for the most part next year.
Yeah, we change it every single year.
Right. You can't you're just going to be the same. If you keep changing the offensive line, every first 6, 7 games of the season is going to look like that.
Right. You're not wrong, B. West, but again, there are reasons. He throws some downfield. He just overthrows it.
Oh, somebody.
Oh, wait a minute. Am I still behind? What the hell's going on? I never fast forwarded it again to catch up. I watched that replay. What are you guys watching? I'm way behind. Why didn't anybody tell me?
I got 33, 32, 31, 30.
I don't know.
Wait, now it's
I got 25.
Yeah, now it reset.
I got a flag. Yeah. What's up? Yeah. My family's going to Tate's Comics, everybody. Anybody know what Tate's Comics is later on tonight? Tate, amazing place. Amazing
comic store.
Oh no, comment. Yeah, like amazing. Full life statues of like fucking the Hulk and Predator and everything. You name it. It's a fun place to be at.
That's super cool. Not the kind of place where your daughter screams, "They should pay us."
No, significantly more fun than going to MetLife in the rain. Yes. Jeremy, do this play call for me.
Okay, we got Josh Allen, shotgun. Looks like they're running 10 personnel.
It's only 2 hours away.
Looks like a 10 personnel.
Give me the medication.
He drops like he's under pressure. He's getting he breaks the tackle, and then he's running for his life. He throws the ball off script, and
what a bunch of losers. Isaiah Oliver, scrub. That reminds me of Oliver from Brady Bunch.
What have we rewinded?
Look at Isaiah Oliver. What a loser, dude. And then who's fucking Eric Watts? You got to be able to clean it up. I know it's Josh Allen. I get it, but come on.
At least we forced the incompletion.
Yeah, we forced it all right.
Because that guy dropped it, but that was a tough catch.
Oh, okay. Look at this. A big old punt to Rooney. Oh, my God.
Wow. Oh, okay. I forgot the rules for a second that him knocking out of bounds doesn't mean shit.
I'm not. This is the year we blame I don't think we're blaming the offensive. I think like it's just like this. Like I think Beefy. I think people hear things oddly, right? Like there are numerous things can be true.
Right.
When we're talking about one subject, like B West's last comment, Aaron Rodgers refuses to throw it downfield. Aaron Rodgers has been throwing it downfield his entire career and has done it here less. And we're talking about reasons why that could happen.
Right.
It doesn't mean that the offensive line was great or that Aaron Rodgers isn't, playing poorly or that the running game sucks. Or it doesn't mean any of that. It's just, we're just talking about one subject. It's not like we hear things as indicative of a whole argument that negates other aspects. It's not necessarily true. It's very important that we remember that.
Right. I mean, the reality
is bad.
The reality is the offensive line is much better as the season went along.
No
We've
doubt.
seen the improvement of the offensive line. And it's true, if you're a football fan, that offensive lines traditionally for a lot of teams take time to gel. Like they get better the more they play together. That's a real thing. And we're simply saying, and I was started saying I'm glad next year 4/5 of the offensive line is returning, because then we'll start the year hopefully without having to go through those growing pains.
Right. We want to keep somebody together, for God's sakes. Gator McCluskey, where he is. The great Gator checking in. As bad as our defense is, sometimes I look at the score and say, could be worse. Yeah, man, we're about to hit halftime. It's a 1-score game.
Weird.
How about that? With an interception.
Wild and wacky stuff. I think it's because we did eat up, because we ate up a lot of clock on our drives, and so did they.
That's what happened. Yeah.
And that was last week too, Frank. You remember? Like there was only 2 drives that we had.
When you have these long drives, that's what happens. You only have so many scoring opportunities. I mean, this is our third possession. We've possessed the ball twice, and now this is number 3, and halftime's coming up. It was the same last time, and that's what teams are going to do to us. Well, until we change our defense, like that's how they're going to attack us. The old Mac Jones dink and dunk strategy. Yeah. And that just eats up the clock. I mean, it's a good strategy, except it eats up the clock.
Beefy, you're the best. You're funny, dude. Yeah, I'm listening. Real quick, the Wed's checking in, reminding us duck ravioli, very good. Very good, Frankie.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, rest in peace. Greg Gumbel.
Hepburn wants to take some shots downfield. It's the best. Jets forever, our buddy checking in. Rodgers ruined everything. I mean, what did he ruin, though? I mean, we were 7-win team. I mean, if you got us from 7 to 4 wins, yeah.
I think what ruined it is what our front office did when we got Rodgers.
Right.
Yes.
And just catering everything to him, and just getting all the ex-Packers and, telling Joe Douglas, you got to get this guy and that guy. And everything being catered to Rodgers, I think, probably fractured the locker room. It's like, really, we're just going to cater to this guy. I mean, give him whatever he wants, even though he probably didn't even want it. That's the ironic thing. It's like,
Rodgers is not the one who dismantled our defensive line.
That's true.
Aaron Rodgers under center. Oh, what is happening? They're all pointing at somebody moving named Max Mitchell. Tyler Conklin. Why not? I'll tell you, this team is fun.
Safety.
Oh my God. Yeah, let's run the ball out of this. Hold on. I gotta... Keep talking.
I don't know why.
Man, offense and bad offensive line is not good.
Let's acknowledge the super
Football.
chat really fast. Forget a Samuel. Blah, blah, blah. Ha ha ha. Proud New York Jets fan, people. The guy who thought it was a good idea to wanted to release JFM, yet alone trade him.
That's the rough look.
Disinfo says, aren't they all one score games at this point? No.
No, not when we're playing. I mean,
Aaron Rodgers is going to get sacked for his safety. Or did that happen 10 minutes ago?
Yeah, that happened 10 minutes ago.
Way behind, yeah.
Well, what the fuck? Why don't you guys tell me? Nobody ever tells me. Nobody ever says when I'm behind. You didn't get my joke, Jeremy? What is wrong with you? You're supposed to be with me. Max Mitchell making his case to be the next year's starter incumbent. Nick Shine checking in, pretending to be proud to be here. He's full of shit. Forget sandwich. Forget a sandwich. We should send U-Haul boxes and packing tape to this coaching staff. They are all a large, steamy Jeremy turd. Good riddance. All right, good coverage on the punt. Who's sending him a sandwich? Is that what we said?
They said somebody. Didn't they send Mike Williams?
Yeah, is that what we're talking about?
Taylor ham and egg and cheese sandwich.
Here's the problem. I never know what the fuck Nick Shine is talking about. I think Nick is stupid. Do you agree, Jeremy?
That what?
Nick Shine is stupid.
I mean, I wouldn't have him speak as a valedictorian or as a guest at a graduation. Like
I wouldn't have him presenting at my event. That's funny. Oh my God. James Cook. Okay. 8-yard gain on the run.
But I'll tell you what.
Hope you're having a good day, buddy.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, he knows. He never gave me a recommendation of a food thing to try or a thing to do that didn't pan out to be excellent.
Yeah, Nick prides himself on knowing stuff.
He knows stuff.
He does. Not anything intellectual or anything, but like where to get a fucking submarine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What bakery to go to? It was the middle of nowhere.
Right.
Nowhere, New Jersey, and me and Knobcraft and his buddy walk into this bakery. I'm thinking, there's no way this could be good, right? It's like there's a field around. It's in the middle of nowhere, and it was. When you walk in, it was magic, an Italian bakery counter like you've never seen before.
Oh, I love it.
It was wonderful.
All right, let me see here. What do we got? 452 people in here. 174 milk thumbs have been squeezed. I would love it and appreciate it if you would squeeze the milk thumbs. Go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, everybody. It's greatly appreciated. Don't forget, Frankie and Jeremy's channels are at the top of the description of this video. They deserve your love as well. I even threw Brooklyn Brothers food review in there for you this week, Jeremy.
I appreciate that. I'm thinking of doing a special video. I'm going to make a baked ziti with vodka meat sauce, and I'm going to film how I'm making it and putting it together, and then I'm going to rate it.
So this is what I'm led to believe, that Jeremy is going to give you the Jewish vodka sauce. Is that what you're doing?
It's
Tell us
well,
why
this-
we should watch.
I
that
don't
film.
actually use vodka. Really, I should just say bolognese because that's all it really is. Because I don't actually put vodka in it. It's just the tomato sauce with some heavy cream.
Why don't you use the vodka?
I don't know how to do that thing where you cook it out in the fire.
Yeah,
and I don't
fucking
know.
learn it real quick. Watch a YouTube video, learn it, practice once, and make a video like you're a chef. That's what everybody else does.
My videos are the cheap, like shortcut versions.
Yeah. Gator McCluskey checking in says, Happy New Year. Do you guys think they should ban the tush push? And what would you do with kickoffs moving forward? They seem confusing and boring. Frankie, tush push, kickoffs. What are your what's your stance on such subjects?
They looked at the tush push. They said, well, nobody else can do it, so it's not an illegal play. It's not like if teams get an advantage. It's like only the Eagles can do it, so it must be something special about the Eagles, so I'd say no to that. The kickoffs, they're happy with the kickoffs. They say that the injuries are down and returns are up, so seems to be meeting their criteria for success, so I think they're going to keep those.
Big news. Harlan already subscribed and hit the like button. Harlan likes to remind me every time we say that. I am so grateful for Harlan.
Sauce Gardner's out of the ballgame.
And Brandon Eccles was sitting on his butt. Maybe that was an offensive pass interference push.
For those asking,
Why is Sauce out?
Oh, the bakery was someplace in Old Bridge for the guy who's asking. I think, but
yeah. So the bakery in Old Bridge,
the Old Bridge area. It's a
the
bakery.
Old Bridge bakery. Oh yeah, look at that. A good flag.
But if Nick is still here, he'll put it in the chat. What are we, a sponsor for this bakery?
Right. Juggler reminding us, all you folks who didn't squeeze the milk thumbs and hit the like button, that you're lurkers and trolls, creepsters. Just checking out. All right, we got Josh Allen back to pass. First and 20. He's going to get it all in one play. Yep, 18 yards.
They're saying Sauce has a hamstring, so.
Well, he always
All
did
right.
have a hamstring.
I would say that's the end of his season.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have been out there this game either.
Right. And if they make him play on a weakened hamstring next week, I mean, they should walk out onto the field and escort the coaches out. And him, you know,
All right.
I mean,
They didn't get it on second down, so it's going to be 3rd and 1.
Wow. Somebody actually made a play. Reddick.
Kevin Leger checking in. Leger. Max Mitchell is killing us. Yeah, he sucks, dude. Max Mitchell sucks. It's funny because I thought he was a very good developmental project, but we don't have any offensive line development. Like, so
We
he
don't
could
have,
have gone to the Chiefs or the Ravens and been fine.
right. We don't develop players. That's another player who regressed. That's another player who's better as a rookie than he is
It's
now.
like, right. It's the same thing. It's like Ruckert. He was still carrying some Ohio State goodness his rookie year. You know what I mean? Jason Edwards is here. What's up, buddy? This game is as fun as watching paint dry. We're having a little bit of fun, Jay. You got to make the best. You got to make lemonade out of lemons.
Yeah. You got to look at the little subtleties that go on between Frankie and me and GreenBean.
Right. Frankie is positively seething today. I can pick it. Say,
Sitting there
frustrated
so angry.
Frankie.
He's so angry.
He's amped up. Josh Allen back to pass. Throws it to the moon.
Get so far ahead of me.
Why does it need more cleaning? What do you mean?
Shoes, just stuff that's trying over to it.
Okay, just take any shoes that are not my shoes.
I know. Well, the woman's asking if you could do it. Then
Oh, I see. Yeah, but I'm going to be pressed.
so am I. I mean,
There's a flag.
But there's no real pressure on your end. Anyway, I got it. Don't worry.
yeah, I did most of it.
Don't worry. Vodka. Thanks, Jay. Phil says vodka in food is called vodka, Jeremy.
I don't know what that means.
Well, you were talking about it's a Vlagadoodle sauce or some shit you were talking about.
No. But without the vodka, cream and tomato sauce is bolognese. Like meat and heavy cream in a dose of heavy cream in the sauce is bolognese.
Bolognese. Really?
There's two different. There's bolognese and bolognese. Like bolognese is meat sauce. Bolognese, there's heavy cream in the sauce.
I don't know if I've ever heard that.
I know I'm right. Well, I wouldn't bet my life on it, but I'm probably right.
These are winning 21-6. Life.
Josh Allen back to pass. Here comes the pressure. He gets him. He's going to get a penalty for touching his legs. Good coverage by Sherwood. I don't see anything about bolognese, buddy. Where did you hear that?
I don't know, from menus or something. Like when
You're looking at bolognese.
Maybe, I don't know.
Anybody know?
I'm telling you, there's two versions. There's meat sauce where it's just tomato sauce with meat, but there's also like a creamier sauce.
Yeah, they call that pink sauce.
Yeah,
Or
but
tomato
that's like
sauce
when
with
that
cream.
with meat sauce, it has that name like bolognese.
Josh Allen scrambled. Oh, look at this. Yeah. Yeah, incomplete passes. He fucking tosses it over his shoulder like a Momo. Good. Get him. Who was that? Was that McDonald? Yes, it was.
It was. Does it count as a sack or not, though?
Oh, yeah. No, they're going to call that incomplete pass? Terrible.
Terrible. Then grounding. I mean, what the fuck?
We passed them. You got rid of it.
E-Boogie says that's called trade sauce. Trade sauce.
Trade sauce. I don't know.
Yeah, how is he not down? Like, how do they allow that? It's bullshit, man.
So you're allowed to just flick the ball away as you're being tackled?
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as there's a guy in the vicinity, sure.
I think there was. Where's the guy? Okay, I guess there was a guy there.
4th and 2. Jets hold, everybody. See if they go for it. They're on the Jets' 22-yard line. This is exciting football here. Got 2 seconds left in the second. I'd go for the points. That's what I'd do, Frankie, if I was the Bills.
Take the points. Leave the cannoli. Take the cannoli. Leave the gun. Take the points. Leave the game winner. There's too many of these coaches. You watch these games, they don't want to take a field goal early in the game, and they just want to leave points on the field. You know, not going to be the case here. This is an obvious situation where you go for the field goal, but
So they're already up 9-0 because of that wonderful safety via the Max Mitchell whiff. This is exciting. 2-score game, everybody. 2-score game. About to be a 3. But we still call it a 2-score game. But, 99, baby. It
They're
sucks
going
that he didn't
for
get
it.
that sack. He'll get a pressure and a quarterback hit on that one. Jeremy, Never Ending Entertainment, which is also Chris Donardo. Jeremy, it's pronounced bolognese, no G.
Okay, so bolognese, but thank you. And that's the one with some cream in it, right? Yes.
No,
not if
bolognese
you're
is
not if you're Jewish. If you're Jewish, you can pronounce it differently. You can pronounce it in the Hebrew version.
That's right.
And the kick is good, everybody.
That's what that is.
That's
sauce with
the
cream,
traditional Hebrew Roman combo.
Don't you know?
Field
Don't you know? Don't you know? Baruch atah Adonai means the meat sauce with the cream.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
That's what they were
saying
saying
the whole time.
And
Right.
that's all the Talmud was really trying to tell us is what to eat for lunch.
Yep, that's all it was.
It's the mystery of the Talmud. This is what's for lunch. What's for dinner.
YouTube user says, Frankie, this is interesting. I can't understand why people make fun of the Jets. I mean, it's only 12-0 in the first half.
I mean,
Right. It's a 2-score game, Frankie. Set up for the Jets to have big victory here. It's setting up nicely. You know?
we're a
But,
bad
so
team.
Frankie-
Of course they make fun of us. We're bad.
I think
All the
he's-
bad teams get made fun of. Have you seen the other teams play this week? The Bears, the Saints. We watched a lot of bad football this week on my channel. We went live for some of these games. Caleb Williams, the number one pick, a generational talent, looks like he's an absolute bum. And this is what bad teams look like. This is what bad teams do, and this is what good teams do on the other side of it. And they haven't
Yeah.
exactly lit up the scoreboard, but at the same time, they're doing what they need to do, which is what good teams do.
Yeah, but they're dominating. You know what I mean? They're dominating.
Every drive they've had is a double-digit drive. They've had 4 drives, 10 plays, 7 plays on that one, and then 16 plays. So, and when they had us backed up, they took advantage of the old man and the guy who was swinging gate for an offensive tackle, which they should have. So the good teams do what they're supposed to do. The bad teams can't do anything, and that's what happens.
Yeah, YouTube user, we knew it was sarcasm. We're just playing. We're just following the stream of ridiculousness. You know what I mean? Like, we get it. We heard you loud and clear. That's why I put it up there in the first place, buddy. Don't you worry. We got you. We got you. So I'll take this moment. It's interesting, man. I don't know anymore. Like, I'm rooting for the tank, but I hate the Bills. Like, I'm just at a point, like, we're not getting to the number 1 pick, which is we're not even getting to the number 2 pick, likely. So I'm like, whatever. You know what I mean? At this point, if we're going to go out, beat the Bills, I don't care. I want to see good football. But it's tough because the Jets, I'd hate to see them get out of the top 10. And they can. Like, if they win today and next week beat the Dolphins, like, we're a 6-win team. That's out of the top 10, most likely. And then it's like this whole season is for nothing. You don't get your chance at, the top wide receiver, the top tackle, the top defensive lineman. Like, you miss on all that stuff. Frankie, I gotta say, I'm starting to get a little bit. I'm liking the idea of taking Milroe. I'm really liking this idea. Saying maybe, I don't know, maybe not with your first pick because you need so many things, but I don't know. I'm liking this kid more and more. And it's time, I think, the Jets take one of these athletic freaks, and develop them. You get people in here and work on them. You don't throw them to the wolves and hope he can carry the whole organization out of the depths of the darkness. But you say, you bring somebody in here and you say, look, he's got more talent, more athletic ability, more potential than anybody else on the board. We're taking him. How do you feel about this guy? You got any thoughts yet?
Outside of the top 2, if Milroe comes out, he's probably next on the board.
Yeah.
So he's probably going to sneak into the first round just because of just because of the scarcity at the position. But I think more importantly, getting the right processes and people in place in the front office and in the coaching staff is going to be way more important than any one particular player that we pick. Whoever we wind up getting, as long as they're talented, we need to develop them and use their skills to help us win. Whatever those skill sets may be. They may be limited in a certain way. They may have certain things they do well. We need to figure out how to use players in a way that we major in what they do well and minor what they don't do well, so that no matter who we have, we can get the most out of them, instead of just thinking that it's going to take 1 or 2 players, to turn this whole thing around. If we keep seeing all these other guys like Sam Darnold go to teams and have success. Well, that's because Kevin O'Connell knows how to use Sam Darnold, and it's a perfect situation.
Yeah.
And by the way, I expect that the Vikings are going to extend Mr. Darnold. I think they'd be crazy not to. They're getting exactly what they've always wanted out of the quarterback position. They got a young quarterback who's doing everything you'd want him to do, and they'd be crazy to let him go to free agency. When if they do that, well, then maybe they think they could put J.J. McCarthy up on the trade block because they would want to get some picks or players to fill out their roster for what they would see as a Super Bowl run window. So there's a couple of options, but I just think this magical thinking if we just pick the right quarterback in the draft, that'll do it. I just don't believe in that. I think we got to have the right people in place.
Yes.
To coach up whoever the hell we get to make the most out of their talent and their skill sets. And whatever those skill sets are, we design the systems and schemes around them. We don't just have a scheme and say, well, you got to do it or that's it. You don't fit in. Sorry, get out of here. Then why are you taking them or why are you putting them on the team? We need to have flexibility. We need to have adaptability. We need to have people who can get the most out of whatever it is that we happen to have, as long as they're somewhat talented. I mean, look what Baker Mayfield's doing down in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now. I'm like, look at this guy.
I mean, this guy was thrown out of Cleveland. Look what everything the Cleveland Browns have done. They could have kept this kid, and all that they've done. They traded away all these draft picks, gave away all this money to a guy who has, with the past that Deshaun Watson has, all of this and injuries and bad performance. Meanwhile, they had this kid. He goes down to Tampa Bay and lights it up. I mean, so, sometimes it's just about making the best out of what you have. Yeah. And I would love to have systems and people in place where that could be the case.
Yeah, we're and if the personnel changes slightly, they're not completely left in the lurch.
Rodgers gets hurt. Yeah, Rodgers gets hurt. We can't possibly win with Zach Wilson because Rodgers got hurt. Well, so your contingency planning for a 40-year-old who had an injury the year before, your contingency plan was Zach Wilson. That was your contingency plan.
Yeah, right.
And then when he comes in, they say, well, you can't expect us to win with this. Well, but that was your contingency plan. You came up with that.
That's right.
We didn't come up with that. They came up with it. And then they said, we can't win with this. So you're saying you set yourself up for failure. That's what you're saying. It's ridiculous. And we need to have people who understand, that people get hurt. Like Woody Johnson didn't even take insurance on that contract for Rodgers. So stupid. Insurance on that contract gets you cap relief the next year if the guy gets hurt, Cap relief you get. That's a real thing.
What did he have to pay to get the insurance?
I don't know, but whatever it is, he can afford it. And other teams do it, so it's not crazy. And you had a 40-year-old who was injured the year before. And he's 40. And he's playing on your freaking frozen concrete stadium field, and you don't get insurance on him? That's so stupid. Unbelievable stupidity. Unbelievable.
Right. So you see, guys, we can talk about it all day long, and then you got Woody Johnson coming out already. We don't even have people in place. We don't even know what the new regime's going to want. And there's already whispers coming out. Woody wants to move on from Aaron Rodgers. So he's already making a decision for the next group, which is why would anybody of note want to jump into that? It's I don't know. It's difficult. With that all said, like the Jets betting on Zach Wilson, everybody, you can place some wagers on these games, on so many games, not just the NFL, Major League Baseball, NBA. I like to say darts. I can't believe darts is on the list. Politics and everything else. You go to YouTube or you go to BetUS and you use the promo code YouTube150, everybody. They're going to give you a 150% bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000 and a 125% bonus on your next two deposits up to $2,000. Make some fun out of this. Get your ass to the favorite sports book in the entire country, BetUS, and take advantage of this great deal. Don't forget to use the promo code YouTube150. That's what gets it done. Thank you to BetUS for hanging out with us, everybody. What an amazing thing. Jeremy, what'd you go run do? You go pee-pee?
That, and I had to take care of something with my wife because she was sleeping when we started this morning. So I had to talk to her about what I'm doing after this.
He goes, I love you. I wanted you to know I love you.
No, I'm finding out that it stopped raining, so I am now on the hook again for after this game having to walk down to the Capitol with her.
All right. Well, good for you. You're a good guy. Jonathan Francois coming in with a pinky, we call this, all of a sudden. Thank you, Jonathan. He says, Merry Christmas to you all. Hope you had an awesome time with family and friends. Savor it while you can. Right on. That's the most important thing. You know, I used to take these games so seriously that I would yell at my wife and kids because of the Jets. I look on the screen, they're all happy, smiling, trading jerseys, and I'm yelling at my wife. I can't do it. You got to savor the moments, everybody. Wisdom from Jonathan Francois. Thank you, buddy. Grateful for your presence and your generous what gratuity we'll call that. Jeremy, what do you think of that? Gratuity?
It's very nice of Jonathan Francois. Great appreciation, and happy holidays to everybody.
I heard a rumor about Jonathan Francois.
What'd you hear?
I heard that he is a prince of a human being. Is that true?
I think that might be true. I heard that too.
All right. Confirmed. Jonathan Francois, prince of a human being. Good job, buddy.
Prince of a human being. You gotta love it. I love it. So thank you, Jonathan. What else we got here? Who's in here? How many people we got in here right now? We got 500 or so. Let me see here. What do we got? Oh, 387. We just lost 100, I think, during the Christmas festivities. But that's okay. See, goes, yeah. So look, the whole thing with Sam Darnold, I can't anymore with the Sam. I'm going to explain something to you guys. You Jets fans, you, me, everybody included, we're never going to wait this long for Sam to get his head out of his ass. He did. He finally got what so many of us said he needed, which was to sit. He needed a year to sit. He was traded to Carolina. He had numerous seasons down there, starting right away. It did not work. Then he went to the Niners and sat for 98% of the season. When he came in, he didn't look very good. They let him go because he didn't look very good. He went back with McCown, and then Kevin O'Connell has Justin Jefferson. Perfect situation, and he looks fantastic. Dude, it's been 3 teams since the Jets had him. We were not going to wait. It's like the previous one was Geno. Look at fucking Geno. We never should have got rid of him. Geno's been on 4 teams as a backup, and it took 9 years. Like, are we going to sit and wait for Geno for 9 years? We don't want to wait 1 season for A-Rod to get it together with the team. We don't do that. So the idea that we had Sam and we were stupid to let him go, it's just not real. He needed that year, sit on the bench in Shanahan offense, get some real coaching in a real organization. And he was the backup in Minnesota, don't forget. McCarthy was starting. He got catapulted there after an offseason in training camp as the backup. Like, it's not that cut and dry like the Jets shouldn't have gotten rid of him. He had happy feet. He was seeing ghosts, all that kind of stuff. He looked like complete ass with us. The only crazy thing is that we brought in Zach Wilson and he looked worse, which you never think it can get worse. And then Zach Wilson sucks and you put in Tim Boyle and you're like, get Zach back on the field. It's crazy. There are depths and layers to how bad it can get around here. You just don't know. But man, when will we be? Thank you, Jonathan. We got a play on the field. They hand it to Breece Hall. He gets tripped up, gets about a quarter yard. Quarter yard, everybody. Joey G says, when will we be relevant again? I'm really settling into the understanding that the Jets are not meant to be relevant. We're a circus. We're a sitcom. I really believe that. We do it. It's perfect timing every year. As soon as we get tired of it, they do exactly what we need to get excited about something. Everybody's on back. We're talking. We're all passionate. This season will end. The draft. You will hire a coach and a GM and do all that. What happened to Devontae Adams there? What happened on that one? Taking the car play?
To say Morgan Moses back on the field, the toughest son of a bitch I have ever seen in my life. Let's just appreciate something. Let's appreciate the toughness of Morgan Moses. That son of a bitch is tough as nails.
Gotta love it. A meaningless game.
A meaningless game.
Yep. He's like, I don't want Aaron Rodgers to get killed. Carter Warren and Max Mitchell together is terrifying.
You're right.
Aaron Rodgers back to pass on a 3rd and 9. Plenty of time. Terrible pass. Terrible pass.
You're not allowed to say that. You're gonna have a lot of people angry at you. We're not allowed to
Dude,
say
what was
anything
it?
bad.
Oh, flag on the play. What was it? After much deliberation, Frankie. Hey!
Is that a DPI?
He's mad
Maybe
about it.
maybe it wasn't such a terrible pass, and maybe the route was that Adams was going to get there without the penalty.
Let's see if it's a penalty. Oh, yeah, that's a penalty. Yep.
Yeah.
Get your damn hands off. I don't understand these guys. Get your hands off and run. Use your legs and run. Stop holding them.
They're afraid that they're going to stop on a dime, Frankie, and go the other way and leave me behind.
Well, then you need to use your athleticism. Why are you
Right.
out there then?
That's right. Ooh, fake pitch. Gets the ball off to Devontae, who loses the first tackler. Look at him. Devontae's so big and strong and sexy. Isn't he, Jeremy?
He's a very strong man.
Yeah. Jonathan Francois says, look, Kyle Shanahan's in a little bit of tumult over there in San Francisco. Trade your 1st-round pick for Kyle Shanahan. I'd do that in a second. I'd let him be the GM and everything. I don't care.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
worth
but-
it.
What Kyle Shanahan's going to say is, I had so many injuries. What do you want me to do? Offensive line, Christian McCaffrey. Da-da-da-da.
Yeah, so if
That's
they're
it.
stupid enough to do that, I would do it.
It's the fans that create that.
Here goes
noise.
Brees.
There's
about
no
5.
way that there's no way the Niners would actually do that. The fans out here are the most spoiled brats in the world. They're still living in the late 80s and 90s. Like, where, and if the Niners don't win the Super Bowl, fire the coach. But like, it's so stupid. Like, who would fire Kyle Shanahan?
Plus, didn't they just give him a contract extension for $14 million a year, Jeremy?
I think so. I think there was an extension. I mean, there's no way they would let him go. It's like he's brought.
And then you'd have to eat. I mean, 14 mil is a lot, so then you'd have to eat that.
Right.
Also,
They would have to regress for the next 2 years, like 2 horrible seasons regressing for them to fire him.
Brees might not get the first. The ball landed. They're not going to give it to him. Yep. Flag on the play.
I forgot how much money it was.
Those.
referees getting together to make sure they screw the Jets. We're screwing the Jets, right? We're screwing the Jets, right? Yep. Yeah, we're screwing the Jets.
It's almost like they say it. Who are we calling the penalty on next? Meanwhile, the whole
Lazard.
fucking
Alan Lazard. Good thing Alan Lazard's on the field. He can commit penalties and drop passes. So great job, 10.
Yeah,
Good thing
look
you're
at
on the
that.
field. Good thing you're on the field and not 14, because what would we do without 10 on the field dropping
That's
passes
right.
and committing penalties?
So
It's
instead of 1st and 10, it's 2nd and 15.
is Corley active right now?
Yes.
Frank?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. But not playing, because why play a guy when you can just sit him on
Not.
the bench and do nothing?
Yeah, when you could not play him. So
Right.
much easier not to
Because
play him.
because we're doing so well without him anyway. Why would we ruin it?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, look at the value that Lazard's bringing to the table. Holding penalties, drop passes. What more could you ask for out of an $11 million man?
It's like that Avita song. Not much to ask for. Da, 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 da. We only wanted to see him
All
play.
right, we got a 3rd and 5, everybody. Trips to the left, pressure from the right. Aaron Rodgers scrambling, throws the ball way high.
Oof. This is
Way high.
Poor quarterback play.
Yeah, straight up.
I mean, when you scramble this way, I mean, you have Adams there. He could have scrambled for it. He refuses to scramble. That's part of the problem, too, a bit. I mean,
What should the clock did we eat up there? Oh, okay.
I agree, John. Corley's perfect for the screen game.
yeah.
Unless they only bring him in for that, and then they know that's the play. You know what I mean? Which the Jets
Yeah,
like
he
to
was-
do.
He was also blocking well when he was in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. I better and not holding, not getting called for holding.
Delay of game.
Nobody's falling for this anymore, Aaron. Everybody knows your stupid bullshit with this. Nobody's falling for your stupid cadence anymore, dum-dum.
Yeah, I've never seen more delay of games. It's out of control.
I always feel like he's just like out of touch, completely disconnected to reality person right now. And like, but everything he says, we're so in this, like people are so in the, he's a Hall of Famer. So everything he says is wise and correct. We're 4-11. What's
I mean, but other quarterbacks in those situations, you watch a lot of these other NFL games when they have some mobility, they just run for the 5 yards. Oh, there's Corley.
Look at that.
And there's Jarius Monroe, everybody, 39. Hey.
The
So
big
we saw
special teams play. All right, it all starts now.
Malachi Corley was on the field there on special teams, and Jarius Monroe, who the Jets made a big, big deal out of this week in terms of putting him on the 53-man UDFA. Might be on a team next year. Might be our starting safety.
Wow.
We got no safeties, by the way. Chuck Clark, free agent. Tony Adams, free agent. Ashton Davis, free agent. So
I'm so glad we're starting over in the safety position when we get this new staff in here. It has been 4 disastrous overall years with this position. Can we just get a good safety on this football team?
Yeah. It's not hard.
it's going to be Jarius Monroe. It's going to be Jarius Monroe for $1 million, and it's going to be JBC for another $1 million. I mean, we're going to need to. We're not going out there and getting, Buda Baker. So.
So you guys remember we had a great 2022 draft, as you know, but I had a little bit different design on my draft, right, that year. I wanted Thibodeau up top, and I wanted Kyle Hamilton. Remember Kyle Hamilton? Everybody said, you're a loser. You don't take safeties that high. You ever watch this guy? Every time I watch the Ravens, he's fucking everywhere.
He's not really a safety. You know what he is? He's a football player. That's what he is. You put him in the nickel, you put him in the cornerback, you put him as a linebacker, you put him as a defensive lineman, he gets the job done. That's what he does.
We freaking loved him. Like
I loved him. And then I wanted Pickens in the second round, which is where he went.
Right.
So I love Garrett Wilson. I do prefer him over Pickens, but I'll tell you, man, having a guy like Hamilton around, I loved him. Sherwood could be our strong safety. Now they made him gain weight to be a linebacker.
Yeah, now he put on
now
weight.
He's a linebacker, He's
a middle linebacker now.
Way too much size and muscle to go back now.
Look at Nick, Kyle Hamilton again. I haven't brought him up in 2 years. Jeremy, when's the last time I brought up Kyle Hamilton?
Right. And
plus,
you know what? You're not even saying that you would undo the Wilson thing. You're just saying that people gave you so much crap for it. And nobody says anything later when it turns out he's a freaking stud.
Yeah. And I don't do the Bowers boy thing, which is every fucking time he catches a pass, it's all over Twitter and YouTube videos.
But you know what? There's another aspect to it, which is more important, which is what we were talking about before. When they first got him, it was the Ravens, and he wasn't doing very well. He was performing poorly. But you know what? They had patience, and they had coaching, and they could wait and give him a role that he could work on, and eventually get to be, how good he is now.
All right, good Jets defense. They got a yard. Good defense.
And so that's what you want.
Go ahead, Frankie.
Well, that's what you want. You want the systems and things in place so that no matter what the deal is, you can get the most out of your talent. Even if you have to wait a little bit for somebody, you have to bring somebody along faster. Whatever it is in that situation, you have the coaching and the personnel in place to do the right thing to get the most out of whatever players you have.
Right. I got 2nd and 9 here. They're going to hand it off. And he gets the roomy man. I wanted to see him stuffed, but first of all, Drew Picabra, Rodgers isn't on drugs. Okay, it's a big, big difference. Trust me when I tell you, Roger. And you know that clip that made its way around where he's talking about the caterpillar and the butterfly. You guys saw that, Jeremy, Frankie?
No.
I saw
Aaron Rodgers?
I saw the documentary.
Yeah. So I'm going to tell you guys, and I know without the shadow of a doubt, he's not high in that picture. That's actually after an ayahuasca ceremony, which is very, very intense. So he was telling you kind of how he feels after it. He's not on drugs. He's on drugs. Lawrence Taylor was on drugs. Okay. There's a fucking big difference between, going to a spiritual retreat for a week and doing this whole thing and coming back and being one of the, higher echelon athletes in the world, than being on drugs. It's big different. We got to make sure. Now I'm sensitive to that because it's my entire field. So I want to just point that out. Bama Girl checking in here as the Bills line up for a punt. Love your podcast. Well, thank you, Bama Girl. It's a beautiful picture. Merry Christmas to you, Bama Girl, and thank you. It's a very nice thing to say. Does he get the punt off? I wanted a block there, I'll admit, Frankie. That's what I was rooting for. All right, Gibson showing his worth. Oh, here he goes. All right, there you go. Gets a little fucking 8-yarder. 10 maybe. He's a consummate pro, that Xavier Gibson. Sodak checking in. Massive hypothetical. This is for you, Frankie, I think. We lose out and we get the 5th or 6th pick. If Hunter falls to us, do you draft him? Him and Sanders both playing in New York. So Shador Sanders, you think is going to end up with the Giants? Is that what you're insinuating? What do you think?
Travis Hunter's widely regarded as the best player in the draft. He's probably truly a generational talent. And yes, we need a cornerback anyway, so he would replace DJ Reed. And not only that, we'd probably, if we had smart coaching, we'd probably have a 10-play package for him as a wide receiver as well. Maybe a red zone package. There's an idea. Let's use this kid with his amazing skills in the red zone to catch some touchdowns. Right. Something like that. So yes, of course, we would take Travis Hunter. He's amazing. He's probably the generational talent in the draft. And the kid's incredible. Yeah. Sign me up.
Yeah, I would too.
You run to the podium.
I'll tell you what else I would do. I would let the NFL know I'm open for business, though, because he's the kind of guy teams would trade for.
That's the interesting thing, too. We're going to have so many holes this offseason on our roster. I mean, we have no defense. Javon Kinlaw, goodbye. Lakey Fotu, bye. Solomon Thomas, bye. Jamin Sherwood, unless we sign him, bye. Chuck Clark, Tony Adams, Ashton Davis, DJ Reed. Where's our defense?
They're all gone.
And so we might sign some back, but we'll get some free agents, but we also don't have a lot of cap room, as Dick Chimney's article this morning goes through. We're not in horrible position. We can restructure some contracts. Depends what we do with Rodgers and Adams and all. But we don't have a ton of cap room to sign dudes. That's why I'm saying we're probably going to sign Ashton Davis for $1 million, and maybe Jarius Monroe is our starting safety next year because he's cheap, or JBC, or one of these guys who are just El Cheapo because we just can't afford anybody.
Maybe we'll get comp picks if a lot of these guys leave. We'll finally be lined up for some comp picks.
The problem with that is you need to sign free agents. You're going to
sign a bunch of $1 million free agents, and our free agents go for hundred millions of dollars, and we get
All right, Garrett Wilson with the ball in his hands. Doesn't want the first. There he goes. What's Aaron Rodgers' stats right now, Frankie? Does he have is he on pace for the 250 he needs?
No,
he's probably got 79 yards. That's my prediction.
He's got probably around 100, maybe.
Really? I'd say 50 to 60.
No, he had that one big one to Garrett.
Let's take a look here.
This is 12 personnel.
I'll tell you right now. Hold on, Aaron Rodgers. Handing the ball off to Breece Hall. Gets cracked behind the line of scrimmage. Right now, Aaron Rodgers has 111 yards.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And it's 9
So
minutes in the third quarter. I'd say he's on pace. He's close. You can get
You
200.
got to start lighting it up here. Got to start moving the ball, Mr. Rogers, in your neighborhood.
The problem is anytime we get within 30 yards of their end zone, the shit hits the fence.
Everything changes. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Second
he gets the yips.
33-yard line. Got a flag on the play.
Remember Gary Carter, the Mets catcher? False start, of course.
I remember him.
I remember.
And then he had to like get his 300th home run or something, or the record for catchers. You know, it was like number 300 or something. And it took him forever. Like every game, they're like, he might get it this game. He might get it this game. And it took forever. This is kind of, we might be in one of those situations with Rodgers here.
Setting up a 400-yard game down in Miami. It's home. Here's a good question from Life Force. I'll get to it in a second. After this play, Aaron Rodgers is going to get this. Nope, hands up, fakes it up. Oh, he's going to get sacked instead. All right. Life Force wants to know, Frankie, can you play that grand piano behind you, or is that just decoration?
No, it's a Zoom back. That's a Zoom background, so it's not even my. Longtime viewers will know that's not my background.
He's lying. He's modest. That's Frankie's house. He's done very well in the crypto market this year.
Yeah. Longtime viewers will know what my actual background is. We saw it yesterday. It's not so pretty as what you're seeing now.
Not quite as flashy.
Not
Aaron
quite as
Rodgers
flashy.
back to pass. Plenty of time. Throws a pick.
Oh, get rid of this fucking guy.
There are people
Aaron Rodgers is going to get a penalty too for pushing out of bounds. Nope, they didn't give it to him. Yep, they're going to give it to him. He's going to add 15 yards to that because he's mad.
And the best part, Frankie, is every time you like point out that he made a bad play or something, there's at least one or two people that attack you in the chat. He hates Rodgers. He's so unfair to Rodgers simply for saying what we're watching.
This guy, man. I mean, what he has all day. What these are?
What's the excuse? I don't know what the excuse.
What's the
is.
excuse?
He had plenty of time. Plenty of time.
He's just thrown into double and triple coverage. I mean, what the hell's going on? If anything, just take a friggin' check down and let us get close. You know, let him try to fight it out instead of these risky passes.
I mean, how is he
we get a penalty?
How is he going to get another year older and come back with a new staff and a new coaching staff and be better than this and be good? Like, I just don't. I mean, and he's still jet-wise, like by jet standards, his numbers still look good. I understand that he still falls as the best quarterback we've had in a long time. But you're watching it with your eyes. Is this enough for like? Do we really have any real hope that he's going to be winning us 10 games next year or anything?
I mean, with all of the baggage that he comes with, I mean, you really want this guy?
Yeah, my biggest problem is he's just going to stop the new coaching staff from coming in and really creating a new locker room because he's going to, he's not going to be able to just move aside and just play and not try to lead.
Well, the good news is I think Woody's looking at this. I don't think the money men are going to be able to convince Woody that Rodgers is a cash cow anymore. I mean, looking at these performances, it's going to be hard to make that case. So the idea will be, I mean, we're going to have to get creative. We went over some options this morning on Coffee with Frankie. 2 options that Jet fans, if it's not Rodgers, which is looking more and more like it's not, 2 options Jet fans should familiarize themselves with. Perhaps a trade for J.J. McCarthy might be in the cards because the Minnesota Vikings could hold on to Sam Darnold and say, you know what, that's our 27-year-old franchise QB. He's doing everything we need him to do. We're not going to take a chance. We're going to sign him to a 4-year contract, $100 million, lots of money, $100 million plus. And now we're in our Super Bowl window, so now we need to replenish in certain spots. So we're going to trade this commodity called J.J. McCarthy. And if they do, we got to be in that market. We got to try.
Gotta be.
That could be an answer to all this. So that's
Ah.
something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, I love quarterbacks I didn't like in the draft after a knee injury. I love it.
Some people loved McCarthy, so other people did not. That's for sure. And he's coming off a knee injury, so maybe that reduces the price that you can get him for. Well, here's another Now, I'm not saying these are good options, but there are not a lot of good options out there. But these are options. Now, what about signing a guy like a Justin Fields? He can do some things.
He's going to be cheap.
He's going to be cheap. You can give him incentive-laden deal. You say, you're coming in here, Justin. You're going to compete with Tyrod and Jordan. And he probably thinks, okay, I'm going to win that competition. Probably rightly so. And, and then that's why he would want to do it, because he thinks he can get a starting job out of it.
So much just depends on, obviously, the GM and the coach, what they want to run, what they want to do. You might, and do they love JJ McCarthy or not? Like, it's going to be all up to these new people coming in.
I mean, if you get a Justin Fields, you have to run an RPO offense. You have to. You cannot run a 7-step drop offense with Justin Fields. No way.
That would be the dumbest thing ever. It's the same thing with everybody saying, take Mason Graham. Well, if you have a coaching staff come in and say, we're now running a 3-4 defense, you're not taking Mason Graham.
No.
So it's like, it's so hard to just yell out, take these players when you don't know what our scheme is even going to be.
Yeah, it's tough. Sodak says ayahuasca clearly makes you worse at football. Well, that would be definitely the facts if he just started this year. He's been doing it for about 6, 7, 8 years. He won MVPs. So I think what we're looking at is something very, very simple. Age.
Unfortunately. The normal aging process that most quarterbacks have done, except for Brady. There's been one exception to this. And he's a guy who had Alex Guerrero. Nobody ever talks about for some reason. The one guy who defied the age thing for quarterbacks had Alex Guerrero as his personal trainer, who got busted twice by the FTC for selling shady supplements. Had 2 businesses shut down by the FTC. That's who the personal trainer of Tom Brady is. The one guy who...
Yeah, maybe he was on drugs, Frankie.
Different kind of drugs. The kind that actually help you.
Yeah, that's right. Performance enhancing. There you go. Solomon Thomas, ready to do the snake dance? Do your snake dance. Where is it? Oh, no snake. Here it is. He's a little tiny snake.
I don't understand this. Look at these refs coming in there. Let's not have any shenanigans. Look at these refs running in. Let's not have any shenanigans now, boys. Just let them, look at these guys. Let them play, for God's sakes. Can't have any shenanigans, boys.
No shenanigans.
No shenanigans on this football field. See? We got to have Josh Allen be the MVP, see?
See? Wise guy. Josh Allen going deep. An amazing catch. Yeah, this shit. And there's still 5 minutes left in the third. Brace yourselves for the next 6-hour-long 40 or 20 minutes of football. That's how we're gearing up to watch. Oh, yeah.
Josh Allen with a bomb.
Wow.
That's a bomb.
Wow. What
Great catch by Cooper.
What a throw, too. Jeez.
Just throw it up. This is good coverage. Eccles is there.
Right? Yeah.
But you gotta get your hand on it. He played it very well. I can't even blame Eccles on that. Just a great throw and a great catch. That's what you can do when you're Josh Allen, everybody. Paul Bunyan out there.
Blowing this game wide open. Can we see a goose egg today? I don't know, fellas. I don't know what to make of it.
Well, I just think we're going to have to get used to something new. I don't think we're coming back with this one, with this regime of, if Aaron Rodgers goes, it probably means Devontae Adams goes as well. We should keep that
No,
in mind.
is there any line to keeping him with Aaron Rodgers gone?
I don't think so. I don't see it.
I mean, I
He'd
think,
have to
well, it depends. Like, if Rodgers retires, then Adams could be like, well, if you bring in Fields, I don't know what Adams is going to want to do. He might want to just be a free agent, go somewhere with a good QB. Not the, I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you, this is really gearing up to be some exciting second half football because Rick's got it. 21-19. We're going to do it. We're going to score a touchdown on this drive. It's going to be a pick six. And then all of a sudden, it's a 5-point game, Frankie.
What Rick
Just
doesn't
like
seem
that.
to what Rick doesn't seem to understand is the power of reverse psychology. We're Jet fans. If we just say we're going to win, that doesn't work. It's never worked since 1969, 50 years plus ago. We need reverse psychology. We have curses. We have the Namath curse. We have the butt fumble curse. We have the Zach Wilson curse. We have so many curses on us, it's not even funny. We can't just play it straight, Rick. We need reverse psychology, buddy.
Wow.
You need to say we're going to lose by 200. That's what we need.
Well, I just shook a bag of nuts that I thought was closed and it was open. And now I have nuts all over the place, Frankie.
That's what she said.
That's right. I'd say insert joke here. Surprised Jeremy didn't jump all over that. Now, let me ask you. This is supposed to be a raisin. Any high potential for... Oh, it's 2 raisins, maybe. Okay, that's why. I was going to say, that's GMO if I ever fucking saw it. Anyway, I'm going to eat it. All right.
A giant raisin. That's all a prune is. It's a plum, right? Why do we put down prunes? I mean, plums are delicious, right? So if you dried out a plum, why is that a bad thing? But it's been connected and associated with like
Look at Gibson.
old men.
Gibson's had it with this scratchy malachi talk. Flag on the play.
Flag on the ball.
Flag on the play. We're not going to have any shenanigans, boys. We can't let the MVP get getting close to losing, boys. We're going to need a flag on this play, see? We can't let Xavier Gibson run around like he looks like he knows what he's doing. Get that out of here.
Who is this kid anyway?
Who is this guy anyway? We don't even have him in our media guide. Lock in the back. Get that out of here. Punch down. Old man
Joe
wants
the
back
Jet
on the field.
G. Let's see. Where's the block in the back? There it is. Jeremy Ruckert, everybody.
Good, everybody. Good job, 89.
Middleton.
Put that on tape. Put it on tape. Put it on tape for everybody, 89. Put it on tape for everybody. Put it on tape, 89. It's a real winning effort. 15.
Brees Hall hits a wall. All right.
A wall.
Joe the Jet G says our entire team is going to be gutted. It's 2017 again. Just like
The defense is going to be gutted. I see a lot of the offense will be back. 4/5 of the line, the running backs, hopefully Garrett Wilson. We're just going to need a new tight end. And well, maybe even 2 new tight ends.
all right. Get the ball to Devontae Adams for 2 yards on 2nd and 9.
Maybe a number 2 receiver. Like, what are we going to do if Adams doesn't come back?
Yeah, exactly. Because Lazard's probably out of here as well. Oh, we just let a guy run in and almost sack the quarterback.
At this point, Lazard's not even worth the $6 million he would cost us. They say 12 million, but we lose 6 million for releasing him. So he costs 6 million to keep, but I don't even think he's worth it. He drops every pass, like you said.
I can't believe it. Max Mitchell is fucking garbage. Garbage, dude. By the way.
I think we have to, if we can, if Hunter's not there, obviously, Terrence McMillan is the pick. There's your wide receiver, opposite of Garrett Wilson.
I mean, we're just going to have no defense. I mean, we're going to have no defenders. We're just going to let teams score 100 points.
Well, what do you want from me, Frankie? What's more important? I don't know.
We need some people on defense.
No, that's true too. I don't know. You got to take the best player available. You got to take the best player on the board, though, with the first pick.
At this point, this is like embarrassing how bad this is. Now we can't.
Well, we held it to a nice, close one-score game for a while. I don't know what you guys are expecting. This is more in line of what I was expecting to see today.
Yeah. Are there people that are surprised at what we're watching? Like, did we think after what we've seen this season, we were going to come out and do well in Buffalo?
Yeah.
I'm just surprised that we simultaneously can be like we were moving the ball so well, and yet at the same time can't score points.
Yeah. Yeah. This is all just about 4,000-yard quarterback. Like, we're not allowed.
We had Brees at the 4-yard line, first down, flag the referees. It's like changes the whole game.
Whoever comes in here has got their work cut out for them, guys.
Yeah. Because you got to break the whole just losing the challenge of just the Jets. That's actually like obviously a real thing.
Yeah. I can't even. I mean, there's a full quarter left. This is crazy town. Crazy town, USA. What we do to ourselves is amazing. It should be studied for science, what we're doing here. Know the pain, John. I'm with you. Oh, the pain. Yeah, well, JoJo Town, I'm really, while I agree, I wonder if it's not more of the development. Like think about, name one offensive player that they didn't draft high, like first or second round, that came in and developed into somebody worth anything for us. No one. Is there anyone?
It ties into. I mean, look at a guy like Chuma Edoga.
Right.
Remember Chuma?
Yeah.
He's a starting guard for the Dallas Cowboys right now.
Yeah.
Do people realize that?
Mekhi Becton, starting guard for the Philadelphia Eagles. They're both doing well. We couldn't figure it out. Hi, buddy. You guys want?
Yeah, it's one of those things where the coaches have to look at these guys and say, what do they do well, and how can I make them successful? What do they not do well, and do I have to move them around? What do I need to do? And if you have a broken down line like this, maybe we need to be calling different kinds of plays with more tight ends in, helping on blocking, whatever it is. Because, you have Max Mitchell. Oh, it's a penalty on us. Wow.
That was Codrington. You guys remember Codrington? He was the guy who ran back a couple kickoffs for us this preseason, and we let him go, and the Bills signed him, and there he is.
Yeah, we couldn't. We had too much talent to keep this kid around. Our team was just too talented. Could not keep a kid like this around.
Yeah, look at him. Look at him.
No way.
Gibson. Yeah, it's another guy. We didn't need him because Gibson.
Yeah, we had Xavier Gibson. We're good there. We're good.
I'm fucking telling you, man. This team doesn't know. So that's the whole thing, JoJo. It's not that I disagree entirely, but I do wonder. like other teams, like on the offensive side of the ball, there's no one on this staff that you would really want. So who have they developed? There's not a tight end. I mean, you could say Yeboah, but we don't know. They never use him.
Yeah.
You can't say Yeboah. You can't say Yeboah. You can't even say Yeboah. All he does is play special teams, and every time, I mean, he has snaps where he comes in on offense, but he has no production. So it's like, how the hell can you say him?
Yeah.
Much
So
as we
Rucker,
want to.
so the tight ends, the wide receivers, Gibson, Brownlee, Irv Charles, like who? I mean, Irv Charles is a great special teamer, but what is he? Nothing. Offensive line: Carter Warren, Max Mitchell, Mekhi Becton, Chuma Edoga. We don't want. It's like,
and they go other places and they're better.
Mm-hmm.
Hassan Reddick in coverage here. This is what you want. Hassan Reddick going deep in coverage. That's exactly how you want to use your players to their best advantage. This is what he does well.
Yeah, not rushing the quarterback. Let's get him in coverage.
Let's get him in deep, not deep coverage down the sideline, of course, because with all his ball skills, he'll certainly.
Yeah. So that's the whole thing. It's like, like you can make a case. Like again, this roster is better than 4 wins. Can you argue otherwise? I mean, there's talent all over the fucking place. Look at Clemens. What are you doing, dude?
He's a clown. Clemens is a clown.
Yeah, fucking flag on Clemens. I bet. Watch. Why did he jump in the air? Watch. Personal foul.
Somebody just jumped on the pile. That was fun.
Yeah, 72.
Yeah, there he is. What a retard.
Clown. Can we please get rid of this clown?
He's so stupid.
What a moron.
Such an idiot.
It's like a clown face.
We have all this talent mixed in with all this ridiculous, like same old school, just lousy players that we just hold on to.
He's really good. He holds the edge. You just don't see how well he plays the run. Yeah?
All right. Look at this. Okay. Good coverage, DJ Reed. All right. Good play. Flag on the play. Flag on the DJ Reed.
We can't have it be an incompletion. No. That's too much shenanigans. We got to get that taken care of. Too many shenanigans going on. Human resources has to get involved. That was a human resources violation. The human resources ladies on the field. Too many shenanigans. Put those shenanigans away, you Jets. How dare you cover somebody?
Do you think that because originally they said they were listing and talking about as if Ulbrich would be interviewed and have a chance to become the full head coach. Do you think that's thrown out?
Look at this. 2 unnecessary roughness calls in a row.
Flopper. Flip-flopper.
Fucking Quinnen.
Floppity-boppity.
I tell you, man, they have softened.
You're not allowed to touch him. That's Josh Allen. He's an MVP candidate, sir. Human Resources here to speak with you now.
That's right.
You violated a human resource policy, sir. Did you know?
Yeah. Well, guys, there's a Game of Thrones marathon on HBO right now. Jason Edwards is digging into here.
Wow.
We are legitimately crazy. Look at this. Down to the 1 yard line. All right. Well, enjoy, Jason. Shit.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
That's right. I mean, a marathon, that might take, how long would that, those are hour-long episodes. You can't do that in one day. You can't.
Fumble.
Not a fumble. That's not a fumble. Human Resources has determined he held on to the ball. Stop at that shenanigans, Jets. That's not a fumble, see?
Here comes the big fumble, pick 6. Here it comes, guys. Josh Allen's going to try to jump. Someone's going to hit the ball. Here he goes. Nope. Not exactly what I thought. Little about the opposite. Well, Jay, good for you, buddy. Get on out of here, kid. Yeah, the Jets are toast. That's good for next week's game.
Tigo would have killed me if Allen would have gotten that 3rd touchdown.
61st touchdown this season, most in team history. But see, again, the Jets, we get to watch history week after week after week. It's amazing. It's really wonderful.
6-0. There's a your team's got a lot of fight. Yeah, no, Olbricht's not getting any interviews with anybody. You know who made that shit up? Connor Hughes. You know why? Because Jeff Olbricht's agent paid him in liquor. That's why. We all know this is true. He went on GreenBean's channel and told us how it works. Remember when you interviewed him, GreenBean? He's like, yeah,
what
of
do you
course
think?
that's how. Yeah, of course that's how it works. Jeff Olbricht has gotten 0 interviews for head coaching jobs ever. 0. So,
There's no
but all of a
way.
sudden,
There's no way he's getting one. I don't even know if he's gonna. Everyone's so sure of it. Like, oh, he will, Jeremy. I don't know he's gonna get an NFL defensive coordinator job next year.
I mean, DC might, but he really he should be.
I don't know that he will.
He really should be a linebacker coach. Really,
yeah,
probably.
He might get one. He might get.
He could get one under a defensive head coach. You know, like he hid under Salah's skirt right here. This was Salah's defense. This was Salah's team,
right?
And it was Salah's defense, and so yeah, he was calling the plays, but they were the plays that Salah wanted called. I mean, it was Salah's team, so he was able to hide that way. So if it goes to some other team where that's the situation, yeah, he could do that. But if he actually has to, run and be responsible for the defense by himself, no.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's put absolutely nothing on tape that shows you he's capable of doing anything,
right?
Except maybe be a linebacker coach or something like that.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree. That's pretty much, I'd probably end up in college. Who knows? But yeah, I could see a defensive coach who calls the plays and does everything, bringing him in as the DC, possibly.
Yeah.
Oh God. New York Football Guardsman. Olbricht's currently fielding. Look at this. Oh my God. He fucking fumbled it. Get it, Aaron Rodgers. So fucking slow.
This is some of the worst garbage I've ever seen in my life. What the hell is going on here? Get these guys off the field.
Touchdown, though. He got the ball while Aaron Rodgers was touching him.
I mean, this has to be get these guys off the field, put in the reserves. I mean, what is going on? We're getting blown out.
Wow.
This is some of the worst crap I've ever seen. Just go down. You're gonna break a tackle of Ed Oliver? What are you doing?
Wow.
And it is a touchdown. Nobody touched him down.
Aaron Rodgers is on him when he does it. When he gets the fucking ball, he's touching.
I don't think he is. That's a touchdown. See, Human Resources has reviewed it. We've determined the Buffalo Josh Allens must prevail.
Wait, what just happened? Yeah, talk about it. 32-0, just like that. It's still the third quarter, right?
I mean, get these guys off the field, and that counts as negative yards for Garrett Wilson.
Yep, it does.
So he loses some yardage from his season. So
it's 32-0. Don't put in Corley now.
Yeah.
You're still trying to win. You're still trying to win the game, right? So we can't put Corley in now.
Maybe Rodgers was touching him.
Yeah,
I mean, put in Tyrod. Put in Tyrod.
Yeah, I would.
Get this old man out of there.
This franchise is the biggest joke in sports. It really is.
Oh, they took out the TD. Okay.
I told you, because I'm the smartest guy in the fucking world. That's why.
What's that song by Old Man, Look at My Life? Neil Young. Old man. This is what we are. Old man, look at our offense. We don't know what we're doing. We got to face this Superman, Josh Allen. Twice a year.
BG, the kid checking in as Josh Allen gets the ball. Hold on. No, that was a holding. And he drops it. Okay. Who's that? Kincaid? Knox. Says, this is why you don't invest premium assets in 195-pound receivers and a Sandy Hook truther quarterback. Ugh, BG, the kid. That's
a pretty dumb thing to say.
Yeah, that's silly. First of all, there are plenty of 195-pound. Garrett Wilson is a fucking stud. I can't take it anymore. That's right.
Pretty upset.
Why is he so upset?
Dude, you're up 26-0. Just shut up and go to the sideline, dummy. He's reporting eligible. But the fact of the matter is the Bills are one of 3 teams that really have a shot coming out of the AFC, right? It's the Bills, the Ravens, and the Chiefs. So what we're watching is one of the 3 contenders for the Super Bowl. That's what we're watching right now.
Pick 6 coming. Here we go. Pitch. Get in the fumble. Come on. Chaz Surratt on the stop. Thanks, BG the Kid. I don't agree with that one, but hey, we don't have to agree. I say a whole bunch of shit I know you guys hate, so it's all good. Disagree with. Not that I hate what you say. You know what I mean. Let's see. Yep, Bills will score 24. It's still the 3rd quarter.
This is like torture. What time is it? Oh my god.
Yeah, I have to like the latest I can go is 4. Like what are they doing with this game? These fucking flags. Go Reddick. What's he doing?
Just let the game.
Oh, look at that. Just out-leaped. Jesus. What garbage. Who was that, John? You had it pick. Flag on the play. Somebody crushed Josh Allen, I think. I think it was Solomon Thomas. Let's see. He was running way too hard to stop.
Wow.
Yep. Garbage, everybody. A flag on us somehow. What was it? Yeah, that's what it was, right? Was it Solly? Let's watch it. Watch this. I saw him. Yep. God forbid. God forbid he fucking one step.
Such bullshit.
Chuck Clark is garbage. Oh no, it's Quincy. Couldn't do it. God damn it, they're terrible. Mr. Terrible says Brock Bowers broke the rookie record, 107 catches. Maybe we can get him when he turns 40.
When he turns 40.
I mean, the Raiders are 3-12. So like clearly they've decided to just throw the ball to him and only him, right? Pretty much. He's the whole offense, a large portion of it.
Well, I mean, he's just the check down guy. Like, because they don't have
not to take away from him, right? Like we all knew he was going to be good. Like there's no but it's like a silly thing. It's like, yeah, so what? They've won 3 games.
Also, the question is, what would he be doing for us?
Nothing.
I mean, have we shown we could utilize anyone as far as the ability to win games? I mean,
what would he have done differently than Conk? He would have run his routes different, or
no, it wouldn't have made a difference this year. That's for sure. I mean, right? Everybody before we get them is going to make the big difference. Devontae Adams, is going to make the big difference. Are we winning games?
Curly Norman says, these are the games why you get an Aaron Rodgers, everybody. The big 4th quarter comeback, 33 points, pish posh. We got a full 4th quarter and 12 seconds to do it. I'm here for
Plenty of time.
Kevin Knox says, or Nas says, I'm starting to think the Jets might not be a good team. I'm also starting to consider that. Not there yet. There we go. My God, we're breaking records on how to get hammered in games. That's right, Ed. This is crazy town. Rick said, I gave up my dream when I put my comment in there that we were going to win 21-19. Yeah, it ended right there, huh? All right, Aaron Rodgers back to pass. Plenty of time. A little bit of a hold. Throws it to no one. No one. Up for the catch. Couldn't hold on.
Do we ever? Are we allowed to take him out, or like does the coach have any balls whatsoever? Does Ulbrich have any balls?
No, he's not the. Yeah, he's not really the boss.
I mean, so we're not
Aaron
allowed to take him
Rodgers
out.
is the boss.
33 points down. We can't take him out.
They
We
said,
just gotta
Aaron
keep
Rodgers,
riding
do
it.
you want to come out? He said no. I said, okay. 111 yards for Aaron Rodgers. He'll somehow get another 110 yards, and he'll get to that like 250 range. Keep it
Oh no, we
Keep
won't.
it going. Oh, big sack.
I don't even know how the Bills players are like celebrating. It's like playing against. They're like playing against children. It's like if you played against children, would you be like celebrating? Like it's like they're playing against children. Our team is just a bunch of deformed children, and we're just getting run over.
Yeah. And with that sack, the Jets are eliminated from the 2025 playoffs. This is torture, John. I mean, I don't even know. I don't know what to make of it.
And why wouldn't you bring in? You're down 33 and whatever. Why wouldn't you bring your backup quarterback in there?
In normal situations, you absolutely
Right.
would.
And this is the problem with Aaron Rodgers and why he needs to go.
Yeah.
Because we do so many abnormal, weird things because of him. And it's just ridiculous already that we have to do this. It's like take him out and put in your backup quarterback because you're down 33-0.
But it's going to be such an honor. It's going to be the honor of my lifetime, Jeff Ulbrich says. When he throws his 500 touchdown pass, it'll be the honor of my lifetime. I'll be so happy to be sitting there watching Aaron Rodgers complete his 500th touchdown pass. I mean, how about you be a coach?
Right.
Instead of being
I know,
honored
you know
to
what?
be
Remember
there.
Hard Knocks when they were all like, they were basically filleting Aaron Rodgers and how great.
That's our quarterback.
Like, but I know, but it's like it's. I mean, I remember then, and I said this in videos. Like, look, I get it, and I'm excited too, and I have a lot of hope for the season. But if you're a real head coach, you don't talk like that. You don't, especially like on record, on camera. Like, oh man, how great is it to be this quarterback? Oh, like they were so enamored. It's reminiscent of when Mangini got Brett Favre. He gave his son the middle name Brett after Brett Favre, like, because that's a rookie coach with a great player, and they get all sucked into this. It's like, dude, you're the coach, you're the boss, and we can't do it. Shawnee Rock just says, "Holy shit, dudes." Shawnee, I don't know, man.
Wondering where rock bottom was. We found it. We found it.
Here.
We found it. We found it.
We're here.
This is it right here. We found it, everybody. We got to look at these. We got
third down, big third down for the Jets here, guys. What is it, 3rd and 25? What is it? Yeah, 22. 3rd and 22. Here we go. Garrett Wilson. Oh, we fucking give it to Breece Hall. That seems smart.
Yeah, maybe do that more often, but nah.
James Paolini says, GreenBean, you got to have something better to do on Sundays instead of this shit. Yeah, I do. I definitely do. We all do. You know, what are you going to do?
You make a commitment and you stick it through.
Right.
That's just what it is.
Look at that whiff of a tackle. There you go. Ashton Davis with the tackle, everybody.
Let's see if they take Josh Allen out. Or are they just gonna keep him in to pad the stats or what?
Well, if they take him out and he gets hurt, then that's on them.
You mean if they leave him in and he gets hurt?
I mean, if they leave him in and he gets hurt, then that's on them, totally on them. And then they could think about that, and during the playoffs when they lose.
I mean, they have to pull him. They have to, right? 33 points, fourth quarter, injury risk, playoffs. They have to pull him right now. I would think.
And a lot of people would say it's football. You can't do that. You don't protect players like that. But it's like until a guy gets hurt, and then you have to go into the playoffs without him.
Yeah, now they put in Trubisky.
Right. They're so dependent on him. They're so Josh Allen dependent, like as far as to be competitive.
Oh, yeah.
You have to protect them.
Look at this. Put in Mitch Trubisky. Big play from the defensive line. Give me some scores. The Chiefs are beating. Oh, no. Beating. They beat the Steelers, right? Jesus Christ.
Dallas is losing. That's a big game for us.
Dallas is getting beat. Where are they in the litany of things? They're not helping us. They're at pick 15.
No, but it's important that they show out well so that they don't fire Mike McCarthy.
Well, they're getting beat. Yeah, I hear you. Very attractive job. Everybody loves working for Jerry Jones.
Well, it's the Cowboys. I mean, It's not Jones.
Look at the Jets all of a sudden. Look at this. Sherwood.
Yeah, we're going to be studs now against this quarterback.
Yeah, right.
33 points down. When we know they're going to run, we're really good. When we know that what they're going to do exactly, we're very good at stopping it. Very good.
The Giants are beating the Colts by 2 points with 8:50 left in the game. Raiders are beating the Saints. That would be good.
That would be very good.
Let me see where the Raiders are. Raiders' strength of schedule. If we jump them, we would jump the Bears once we're 4-12 here. Oh, look at this. Hey, why not?
Neighbors again, huh?
Who is this guy? Shavers? Has anybody heard of him?
Nope. I don't know anymore. I lose track.
Worst team ever.
Wow. Wow.
Jim Panetto, Patinetto. Jim Patinetto, says Jets Rock Bottom has a basement. Yeah, we're walking down the stairs right now.
There were people calling this before. They were saying 40-0, 48-0. There were people calling this.
Told you.
Oh, yeah.
The verse. The minute we didn't know exactly what they were doing, they scored a touchdown. Going to be 40-0, ladies and gentlemen.
Make sure Rodgers stays in. We got to have Rodgers in there.
I mean, you got to get his yardage. We got to have yardage.
Let's give him.
40 points, 41 points.
Let's
have him pad up.
Let's orient the whole friggin' franchise around one guy. That's a smart thing to do.
Let's pad up his stats in garbage time so everyone could use it as an argument of why he has to come back.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah, but look at his completion percentage. It's quite high, therefore.
Yeah.
Nah. No thanks. No thanks. We're good, A-Rod. We're good. If we're going to suck, we'll just suck on our own. We don't need your whole circus coming to town. No thanks. No thanks. No thank you. We'll just suck with Tyrod. I mean, I'd rather suck with Tyrod. At least Tyrod's a non-controversial, good dude. Let's get some yards for Tyrod. What about that? He's a nice guy. People like him. Maybe get Jordan Travis in there a little bit.
They're probably afraid to put Tyrod in there because it might make them look really, really stupid if they look a lot better.
Make who look stupid?
The coaching staff. They're probably afraid to put him in.
I mean, this might be the dumbest coaching staff in the history of the NFL. How much dumber can they look?
Right. They're clowns. They must know they're clowns, right? Like, obviously, they're not going to say it in the press conference. They have to act all, blah, blah, blah. But, like, they must know deep down at the end, like, we're completely incompetent. Like, we suck.
Yeah.
You have to know that.
This info says he's guessing Frankie doesn't like Aaron Rodgers anymore.
I actually like him, but he's no good anymore.
Yeah.
I like Aaron Rodgers. I'm a Green Bay Packer owner. I have special bobblehead dolls that only owners have access to of Aaron Rodgers. I actually do. So I like Aaron Rodgers. I think he's fantastic. He's going into the Hall of Fame, but he's not good anymore. He's too old and broken down. Well, at least somebody gets my gets my sense of humor. I appreciate that, Sodak.
I know it's
not for everybody.
No, it's me and Sodak. It's funny. People say Frankie. I'm like, Frankie's one of the funniest people I know.
It's not for everybody. That's for sure.
Frankie's a 12-year-old Scotch. There's only some people that drink and go, you know what? This is good. A lot of people go, oh, tastes like piss. Phil Adams says Brick is too shit scared of Rodgers to say anything against. That's the truth.
Yeah. Get some balls. Oh, Brick, take the pen out of your hat, grow some damn balls, and put Tyrod in the game and put Corley in the game, for God's sake. We got to have Alan Lazard out there when we're down 40 points. We're down 40 freaking points. We got to have Lazard out there for some purpose. We can't get the kid any reps. Oh, flag on. We can't even. Hey, look at this.
What is it?
Tyrod.
No way. Tyrod Taylor. Oh, my God.
No. It's a miracle.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Miracle. 40-0, and they're taking Rodgers out.
Aaron
Rodgers
was
benched.
Holy shit.
Bencarado.
Quarter to go.
False start, of course. We couldn't even receive a kick.
And the Tyrod Taylor era begins with a false start.
We can't even. I mean, and Alan Lazard's still on the field. Get this man off my television.
I know Tyrod Taylor said, I'll go in, but you got to bring fucking Scratchy on the field with me.
I cannot wait until next week is over and we know, like, goodbye, Lazard. Goodbye. Like, the people we get to just say goodbye. Oh, my God. Just get him out of here.
Here we go. Tyrod Taylor, first play handoff to Braylon Allen. I think Brees might be sitting too. Sit them all.
See, you bring Tyrod in and you immediately get a boost in the run game. Everybody knows that.
Everybody. That's right. Vladdy checking in says, I think a lot of people think the reason A-Rod gets so much hate is because of his politics. I agree with the football side, but there's a lot of fans that don't like him because of that, which is pathetic. That I agree with. I think people are silly, like saying he's on drugs and all that. I mean, I hear that a lot. It's not any one person or it's like, what the fuck? So, like, if somebody goes to church every Sunday, why don't we make fun of that in the same way you make fun of somebody going and doing some sort of Native American spiritual searching? Why?
It's stupid. People,
No?
I mean, it's irrelevant. This is about football. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant what he does outside of football.
I agree. He does bring, but that's the thing is that a lot of people, they never shut up about him. So he does. You got to know as a football organization. Look at Tyrod Taylor. So let me just real quick get 7 yards. You know, but it's like, well, you got to know as an organization that he's bringing that. Does it right or wrong? He's bringing it. So he's got to play well in order to, circumnavigate that fucking that mess, that whole global hatred that does come with it. People hate him, whether it's the vaccine thing, whether it's shit he says about the Tartarian Empire, whatever the fuck it is, ancient aliens, all the stuff that he says. It's just, you got to know it's coming. Look at this, Braylon Allen.
The media. As soon as you criticize the media, the entire media apparatus is going after you. You criticize one media person or one thing, the entire thing's coming after you.
Real quick, I want to show you guys something. Look at this Sauce Gardner tweet from last night. Wait, let me see here. Yeah, hold on. Old man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you. So look at this. Somebody's talk. Sauce Gardner. T. Higgins says, "Put me in, coach." Sauce says, "Hold on." Hey.
I don't know what he was saying. Okay, pay the men. Put me in, coach. I don't know what point he was making because I can't tell.
Somebody says, tell him to come to the Jets. And Sauce said, I will not be telling him that. That's probably the point.
Wow.
Sauce said, don't come to the Jets, T. Higgins.
Wow. I will not be telling him that.
So, trade Sauce Gardner, everybody.
Wow.
Come on.
That's disturbing.
Yeah. I mean, if you can get something for him, hey, I'd have to entertain the idea.
It's okay.
Well, Adams has to come off the field. Can we get a Corley sighting with DA getting shaken up? Can we get Corley on the field? Probably not. We'll probably just put another tight end on the field.
How many wide receivers have to get hurt for Curly to get on the field?
17. They'll put Ashton Davis at wide receiver before Corley.
That's right. We'll have Ashton Davis and
Gibson's in there. Don't worry, Gibson's in there. Don't worry, everybody. Hey! Look at that. Lazard caught a pass.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Look how the offense is running now with Tyrod, especially in garbage time. Everybody knows garbage time. It's harder to run the offense, not easier.
Yeah. Also, not only did Lazard catch a pass, but a well-thrown pass by the Jets, an accurate pass.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, when you have a quarterback who can move, it's something. Can move a little bit. Doesn't have 17 leg injuries.
Ooh.
No,
He's running hard on that play.
Any blood on it? No.
That was some hard running, some physical hard running from Davis.
Oh,
Yeah, good.
Nobody could say that kid's not playing hard.
I put her in for 2 seconds. Really? Yeah. They were doing fine.
Third down.
You okay? I'm sorry. Is Lewis here? Yeah, he's here. Sorry about that.
Jets. Wow. Jeez. The Jets will still be the Jets.
Still a good stuff.
That was Tittman's first horrendously bad snap of the year.
All right, bro. I'll see you. No, come on, Chad. I'm gonna keep learning. Yeah.
That'll get his PFF score down. Hey, Frankie?
Internet. Yeah, it's all right.
Horrible snap there.
Jesus, could you guys hear that?
I heard a dog go.
No, there was a fucking major dog fight between my dog and the dog where I'm staying. They got a pit bull, I got a husky, and it was violent.
Shit. Are they okay?
Yeah. Seemingly, we had to go. You had to break it up. To get in it. You know what I mean?
I hate that.
Scary.
You never mess with the pit bulls, man. Pit bulls are ferocious.
They were buds the last 2 days. It was vicious.
They probably got into
What do
a
you
fight
do?
over
You
one
don't do
little
anything?
thing, a little toy or something. My two got into a fight the other day because of a freaking worn down hoof.
What's going on with Jarek Bernard Converse?
We don't know.
Why are they all fighting each other? This shit's about to explode. So that tweet from Sauce Gardner was interesting.
Yeah, that's crazy. This whole locker room is it's already imploded probably. But it's going to be at a point where they're going to just go public to the press and say this is a shit show.
Yeah. Well, the hope of the Panthers doing anything is dashed. Look at Isaiah Davis. Look at these kids.
It's time.
So
It's a
I will
wonderful
tell you
time.
guys, I want to remind you about the great Bet US offer, everybody. The Bet US offer of a
Wow.
lifetime.
Isaiah
this?
Davis is the real deal.
Hold on, I'm doing an ad, you fucks.
Sorry.
I got to get this off the screen. It won't. There we go.
Hmm.
So all you guys got to do is go to BetUS and use the promo code YouTube150. That's right, YouTube150. Get yourself a 150% deposit. Look at this. Throws it up like a crazy man. On your first deposit up to $2,000, guys. Not only that, it's going to give you a 125% bonus on your next deposit up to $2,000 by going to America's favorite sports book, the great BetUS. It's as easy as pie. Just don't bet like I bet. You're going to be fine. BetUS, thank you for joining the show. It's always nice to have you hit us. I appreciate that. Let's see, 304. Look at Tyrod Taylor escaping the pressure, getting it off, throwing it away like a smart quarterback would. And here I thought I was all worried today. I'll admit, I was worried that Zerline was going to lose the game for us. He didn't have a chance to. So, listen, I got to tell you guys something. I told you I have till 4 o'clock. This game's going to go past that. I got 8 minutes. I actually have 6 minutes. Jeremy, you want to close it out? Or you want to just end this stream?
It's up to you. I'll keep
It's
it
up to
going.
you.
If you want.
You'll keep
I'll
it going?
stay here if you want to the end. I mean,
Got a touchdown to Garrett Wilson?
Well, at least Garrett Wilson gets it.
Yeah.
7th touchdown in the season for Garrett.
And the first of Tyrod Taylor's Jets career.
Wow.
One-handed lefty
Yeah,
one-handed catch. He sucks, though. He still only weighs 197 pounds, so he stinks.
Right.
Yeah, he's terrible. Get rid of this guy.
I know. I just don't understand it. Like, at all costs, this is the guy you keep. Like, when you think trading, for a first-round pick or something, like, there's no guarantee you get Garrett Wilson. Look at this. 2 points. It's 8.
Wow.
Well, it's garbage time, but Tyrod making a case to at least be some sort of bridge or something next year, Maybe he's functional. Maybe he can do something as we bridge to whoever, That's garbage time, though. But at least Wilson gets a 7th TD.
Time, but there's a whole quarter left, Frankie, and at least stops the madness that was like touchdown. You know what I mean? It stops the Buffalo party. That has value.
And it gets Garrett some stats. I mean, we got him his 7th touchdown. That's, I'd like to see him get 1 or 2 more. That's a significant amount. In addition to the yardage, that's something people said earlier in his career. He doesn't score enough touchdowns. Well, this year he put up 7 with a game and a quarter to go. So maybe, so he's putting up a respectable amount. So that's good, and so forth and so on. I mean, it's hard to find silver linings in this, but Garrett's one. And maybe Tyrod's showing you, hey, I can do some things here. You got a guy to be a bridge. You don't need a Rodgers bridge. You could have a Taylor bridge. I mean, obviously he's not the long-term answer, but if you want to get one of these youngsters and have them sit and watch and, wait and so forth, maybe Tyrod for a year or some part of the year, something like that. So, he did the same thing against San Francisco, came in and played well at the end of that blowout, but these are blowouts, so you can't really make too much of it. But on the other hand, he's at least looking competent, and he's at least looking mobile. I mean, one thing that you do have to say is that guy is mobile enough to where if you have a bad line because of injury or whatever it is, or they just put on pressure you, or you need a mobile quarterback in the red zone, Tyrod can give you those type of things. He can't give you other things that Rodgers can give you, but Tyrod's mobile. He always has been. It's been a hallmark of his.
All right. BetUS, everybody. America's favorite sports book. I want to thank them before I leave the show. YouTube 150 is the code. Yep, that's the way. Go to BetUS, get yourself 150% bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000. Jeremy, I'm going to leave it to you. I got to run. Cords up there. Do J-Boy, I see. Next, there's a few more, if you don't mind.
Okay, let me find them.
Yeah, Korg. I didn't read Korg. It's been up there for a minute, but anyway.
Okay, I'll try to find them. Hold on a second.
Guys, I got to run. I'm leaving you in the capable hands of Frankie from Flatbush and the great Brooklyn Brothers food review himself. Jeremy, Jets Chaos. Jets are on the move now, baby. I'm going to leave, and they're going to have the greatest comeback in Jets history. You'll see. But I wish you guys a great rest of your day. Thanks, Jeremy. Thanks, Frankie. Thanks, everybody in the chat. And I will see you next time. See you guys.
See you, Green Bean. Okay, so Cord says New York has 2 teams on the books. Buffalo who? I get a lot of that. That Buffalo is, New York's only team, but I don't buy into that. It's true we play in Jersey, but come on, we're right near the city. Buffalo is about 1 million miles away. They're closer to Canada and Toronto than they are, New York City. So, I mean, yeah, they're part of New York State. I'm not going to deny that. So, but what does that have to do with people who live in the tri-state area, right, Frankie?
We should call it but I do wish they would call it the Jersey Jets. First of all, it's catchier. Second of all, we have nothing to do with New York except we're close to it. I mean, why don't we call it the Connecticut Jets or Yeah. But I wouldn't mind calling it the Jersey Jets.
Yeah.
That's
fine.
what we are. That's what we are. And people can come. The Dallas Cowboys don't play in Dallas. I got news for you.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. But thanks for the super chat, Cork. We appreciate it. J-Boy comes in. He says, Tyrod made that look easy. Bye-bye, Rodgers and friends. Cut Hackett, Rodgers, Lazard, Adams. Well, I'm not going to be a hypocrite because I was about to call any success Rodgers had garbage time. But I will say the passes look better.
And you saw the mobility. The mobility is the key.
The mobility was key there because with Rodgers, there was one play that would have been a pretty bad sack and probably ended that drive where, he was able to get away, Tyrod, and throw the ball away and, keep the drive going. So
that's a key point. There were a couple of plays there where Tyrod escaped the rush and threw it away and got rid of it. And then that enables you to get to the play where Wilson scores a touchdown.
Right.
That enables you to get there. So those wheels on Tyrod, even though those plays were zeros because they were incomplete, that enables you to not lose yardage and get to the play where you score a touchdown. So that's something to consider in terms of the next regime and what type of quarterback you want.
And there's something to be said about we had 0 points. Tyrod came in and scores a touchdown. So, you can say whatever you want. Anybody can say whatever they want. The point is the egg went away. Not me, not this egg, but the big goose egg went away. And suddenly we have 8 points. And it just happened to happen when A-Rod was out and Tyrod Taylor came into the game. Somebody said, please explain to me how this is on A-Rod. I think people need to start watching the game more and less of the box score. So, right, Frankie? I mean, how many bad passes did we see this game?
It's on the defense, too. I mean, our defense is horrible. I've been talking about that all day. But the point is we have to make a decision about next year.
Right.
So you have to evaluate A-Rod. The defense is horrible. We already know that. We need a whole new defense. We get it. We need lots of new players, new coaching, new everything. The defense is terrible. I've been telling you that since September 10th, 2024, when I went on the Gunny show, and he asked me, is this defense overrated? And I said yes, and I took 20 minutes to explain how it happened before it happened. And I told you what was going to happen, and I told you about the personnel changes we made, which were terrible, and I told you about the structural flaws. So I've been talking about it since September the 10th, 2024. So we all know that. It's all yes. But at the same time, we have to make an evaluation at the quarterback position, and the point is, it's not looking like Rodgers is up to the task at his advanced age, shall we say.
Thank you for the super chat, J-Boy, as we move along. Takuchi, who says, I don't want to lose Garrett. Neither do I. I mean, Frankie, we got to do everything we can to keep him, right? I mean, we never get – I mean, we have a great player. It's like this organization, at least it's got to start at knowing – what players to not let get away.
And we got to go to Garrett and tell him what's the plan here this offseason. He's going to want to know. He's going to want to know, what's the plan? What's the plan for this? What are we doing? Like, what's going on here? Because I'm not, he'd probably say, look, we're not having the success that I anticipate having. I would love to stay, but you got to tell me, what are we doing? Who's going to be the quarterback? What's the process? What's the personnel? Who's the GM, the coach, the coaching? How are we going to get back on track to winning? And then if he's happy with that, then we offer him a contract, and we pay him probably above market than what he could get.
Yeah. Thanks for the super chat, Gucci. And we go to Wayne Vanderlooy, who says, firing the coach after 5 games. I really don't think the problem is Rodgers. You fired the coach. What did you expect? I think there's more, people forget multiple things could be true. Everybody has to narrow it down to one thing. The defense stinks. We fired our coach at a very stupid time to fire a coach, which didn't make a lot of sense. And Rodgers, while better than the quarterbacks we've had in the past, statistically, is nowhere near the Aaron Rodgers that he was. And I think people aren't looking into the fact, Frankie, I kind of feel it goes more than just his numbers. I kind of feel we didn't have a balanced offense. I think his taking over pretty much and running the offense, he has to take some of the accountability on his shoulders. I don't think his leadership was particularly good. Yeah.
I
mean, but I get you. I get you. I mean, it's a lot more than Rodgers. And when I say the part of me that leans toward not bringing Rodgers back next year is clean the slate, take the cap hit, and go into 2026 the following year, being able to rebuild, retool or whatever you want to call it, and start fresh. But to get a new coaching staff and bring in such a powerful personality like Rodgers in their first year, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But thanks for the super chat, Wayne. And I understand your frustration. Firing the coach turned out to be really stupid as far as the timing. Doing it after 5 games, right before a game where we were playing to be number 1 in the division. I do not think Robert Saleh staying would have mattered. I still think we would have been a crappy team. I don't think we would have been a playoff team. I just don't. But there's also just no logic to it. What was the plan of firing him? How is Jeff Ulbrich going to come in, still do his defensive coordinator play calling, and somehow magically replace Saleh as head coach and really make much of a difference? So the firing made no sense. What do you think, Frank?
I mean, pretty close. That was a rash move. That was very stupid. It was a rash move by the owner. That was just very dumb. I think everybody in the world understands that. That was just very, very stupid.
By the way, we're watching Taylor throw more accurately than Rodgers was. I don't care if you say it's garbage time. Look at the throws. The passes are just much more direct. They're thrown much better. I mean, there's no comparison to what we're seeing. But I understand it's garbage time and there's less pressure on him or whatever. But we're still seeing what we're seeing. And I still see, what is the difference next year if it's Rodgers or Taylor? Does it really matter?
Because we still have to find the young quarterback. We're going 13 personnel here. We're doing some weird personnel groupings, man.
Taylor Sterling. I know that you were a truther of Aaron Rodgers. He has not been good, and his personality is a problem because he thinks that he knows everything and he's right. But we're 4-12 under his thinking he's right. The audibles, calling out, taking away the balance of our run game. We don't need a problem. And he's a problem because he's not going to allow our new offensive coordinator. We're not going to be able to put a new scheme with him because he's going to sit there at the line of scrimmage doing his nonsense and not allow us to run our freaking plays. That's my opinion. He's been terrible. He's not the only part of the problem of this team. Using the bar of Zach Wilson or the past Jets quarterbacks is not a good strategy to figure out if Aaron Rodgers is still a good quarterback. He is clearly a declining quarterback. It's time to go. That's just my opinion. What about you, Frank?
mean, he's clearly not. But there's something seriously wrong with Corley. We're running 13 personnel here over and over and over again instead of putting Corley into the game. What are we doing? What is so wrong with Corley that he can't even get into a garbage time game that we're running 13 personnel and running pass plays? We did 3 straight plays with.
Yeah, these guys are clowns. That's the problem. They're clowns.
I mean, Corley can't even get into a garbage time game. We're running 13 personnel instead of having Corley in the game. I mean, this is bizarre. This is bizarro world. Why?
Yeah, I love Disco Ferno says it perfectly. You know, everybody is just living off of the name. If it wasn't Rogers, if it was a different name on that jersey, would Taylor be defending him and saying, "Ah, blah, 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 blah"? I mean, people would be screaming for this guy's head if it was a different name on the back of his jersey. It's because it's Rogers. So there's so many people that just won't accept it. He's a shell of himself. I feel bad for him. It's embarrassing. Just end your career like on the high note that it was supposed to be. How many years do you want to be remembered this way? I'm embarrassed for him. And yes, he's so good that even as a deteriorating 40-plus-year-old player in clearly his worst season, he still puts up better numbers than Jet quarterbacks in the past. That's how amazing his career has been. But that doesn't mean that what we're seeing is a good thing or there's any benefit in bringing him and having him be our quarterback next year.
What are the odds that he gets better? Like, he's going to be a year older. He suffered through many different injuries this year. Okay, plus for toughness. But, is he going to be less injured next year or more injured? He's playing.
Yeah. Taylor, ball, Taylor. Yeah. A-Rod's been great this game. I'm not saying we lost the game because of Aaron Rodgers today. I'm saying he's won. I'm saying we lost this game for a million reasons today. We were beaten on every part of the game. No one is saying that. But to sit there and say, just because we didn't lose because of Aaron Rodgers doesn't mean he should be your quarterback next year. That doesn't mean he still got it. Two things could be true. We were horrible in all categories today, except for a couple of players. And also, Aaron Rodgers didn't do much either because he missed a couple of easy passes to open guys that would have made a difference in this game for the score at least, right? I mean, yeah, we still would have lost. But, I don't know what we're talking about here. If you have eyes to sit there and say that, are you saying that A-Rod has played well today? I would love a tutorage of how A-Rod has played well today. A tutorial.
Well, certainly he has not made his case. If anything, Taylor's made his case that he is still a good enough athlete, still a bridge, still has something in the tank. And, yeah, it's garbage time, and now we're in 12 and we got freaking Gibson out there.
Yeti reminding us that we shouldn't be negative. We got this. It's all fine. Everything is fine. I want to remind everybody.
We just got to throw more touchdown passes to Tyler Conklin, obviously. Here it is, 12 personnel. We weren't even running these formations with Rodgers. It's just like, boom, boom, he's open. Oh, just hit him. Okay, cool. Got him. Make the easy stuff look easy. Okay, it's garbage time. All right. But
two drives, 2 touchdowns. I understand it's garbage time, but we weren't seeing I don't understand how we could just live in this denial. And I don't care if Taylor is better than Rodgers or not. The question is there a big enough difference to justify bringing Rodgers back and then punishing our salary cap for even another year in 26? How long do we want to keep paying the Rodgers fine? Paying the Rodgers money? Can we just clean the slate? Is the difference that big? Is Rodgers going to do some miracle run with us next year that's going to make such a big difference? I don't see it.
But it's somebody who his teammates absolutely love. And what was one of the many, many problems this year? We had a collection of talent that was not a team. We had just had a bunch of individuals, kind of like an AAU basketball team, talented dudes who were just going to go and play and shoot some threes and have some fun. And we were not really a team. So that was one of the many problems. Tyrod is well known that his teammates love him, Tyrod Taylor. And so if you're going to try to build a team, maybe that's something to consider as well, in addition to the fact that we're going to have to bring along some young fellas, whether it be Jordan Travis and then someone else as well.
And this is so true by Anthony G, is that we're finding out by watching, if you watch the actual passes by Tyrod, we're finding out that other quarterbacks can make nice looking passes too.
It doesn't have to be so complicated.
Right. I mean, and like,
perhaps.
Yeah, garbage time, smarbage time. How many times have we seen A-Rod missing wide open Garrett Wilson? I mean, like, we're watching it. Whether it's garbage time or not, we're watching another quarterback show that they can make good passes also. I'm not sitting here and saying Tyrod Taylor is better than Aaron Rodgers. It doesn't matter. The point is, you see that there's other directions we could go. Like, if you find there's, like, I mean, not a great one, not our future, not winning the Super Bowl, but no matter what, Aaron Rodgers is not the future of the New York Jets anymore, either way. So why people are so emotionally attached to him coming back next year, I don't understand. If we ever raise that Lombardi trophy, it's not going to be Aaron Rodgers. So it's a baffling thing to me, Frankie.
It looked like the Colts were eliminated from playoff contention. Drew Lock threw for over 300 yards and 4 touchdowns or something like that today. So
amazing.
Let's get Drew Lock in here. Maybe he's the answer. But these guys, they could put up nice games. So Buffalo's now locked into the 2 seed, and all that India's out. So it looks like Denver, Cincinnati. I really want Cincinnati to sneak in. Joe Burrow is a stone cold assassin. You tell me otherwise. Joe Burrow is a stone cold assassin. That man takes so many sacks. It's unbelievable. And he still comes out and kills you. How they have the record they have, I have no idea.
I think we underestimate the careers of quarterbacks. Well, not all of us, and not, whatever. Some of us, sometimes we could forget, to what you're saying, that quarterbacks' careers could look very different, but based on where they play and what they're surrounded by, right?
I mean, this of course. Look at Bo Nix.
Right. Exactly. And look at Mac Jones's first year. I mean, like, it's amazing about what can vary based on what's around them. Sam Darnold, right, in the right situation is
Let me address this by Billy, because this is something everybody says. It's like brain conditioning. Listen, he's the bridge, Billy. If he gets injured, that's a plus in a certain sense, because then you're going to bring the young kid in. You get it? So even if he gets injured, which we don't want him to, but let's say he does because he has an injury, history, then young fella comes in and gets some experience. So you could look at the injury history of Tyrod as a plus in a certain way, because that would force you to bring in the young fella, whoever it is, whether it's Jordan and or someone else that we draft or whatever. So I would even look at it that way. He's the bridge. He's not the solution. He's the bridge. He plays as long as he can. He gets you there to some point, and then young fellas come in, 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. Is like, I think the point I'm making is, and I'm not, I was never attached to, until probably now, like, I'm feeling more this way. If they decide to keep Aaron Rodgers next year, I don't care that much either, as long as it's a strong coach who's not going to let it just be the same freaking locker room, right? The locker room culture has to completely change. It has to be this has to be washed away. So my question is, and I think it's a reasonable question to say, will that happen if Aaron Rodgers is in the locker room? Will it change? Will you change the culture of this team? Because he's such a strong part of that culture. I know that we're not winning a Super Bowl next year. To me, next year has to be about literally changing the culture. Like, just get me a coach that's going to come in. If we happen to make the playoffs, win 9, 10 games with some of the talent that we have, if we magically make a magic run because we get a great coach, fine. But the number one thing is the culture has to change. The locker room has to change. Move forward into 26 with a clean slate, not paying someone, not with a $60 million salary hit. You know what I mean? Like, just go in there with the ability to move forward with a new culture. This it's probably so much worse than we even know. I mean, you see the press and some of the stories that come out. You're seeing the tweets from the players. You're seeing it. We need to completely reset the mindset of this locker room and this organization. It is broken. And the question to me is, can you do that with Aaron Rodgers coming back next year? That's yeah. Go ahead.
I think we thought that would happen with him. But
Right.
we already thought that would happen with him, and it didn't. And it's an open question as to whether Woody Johnson's going to learn. I don't know about you, Jeremy, but I was very disturbed in that article by The Athletic about what happened with Mike White. I don't know if it affected you as much as it did me. Do you remember what they reported about Mike White with Woody Johnson?
Oh, if that's true, it's just so disturbing.
And it is confirmed to be true because the Jet spokesperson in the article came out and said, "Yeah, but Woody apologized for it later." So that means it is true.
Yeah, that's incredibly disturbing.
So that's a thing where I was unsettled about. I was disturbed by that for days. Like, that is something you don't do. Anybody who's played sports, anybody who's been in the military, you don't go and tell any player who gives you everything he has that he sucks in the locker room after the game. That is something you do not do.
Yeah.
Now, if somebody's lollygagging, doesn't give you effort, okay, yeah, then you light him up. But Mike White gave us everything he had. He gave us everything he had. Now, it wasn't good enough. I get it. But you do not go into the locker room and tell a guy like that he sucks. In that moment, you do not do that.
Absolutely.
That is like sacrosanct. You do not do that. And it really disturbed me. I had a big problem about that.
Right. And the question is, outside of Woody Johnson dying, how do you fix that?
Right. And I'm hoping he learns from his mistakes, and maybe this article was so embarrassing to him that he kind of gets it, maybe, or maybe he can get some people around him. But that is very disturbing. Because this is the one thing you can't do. You don't do that when you're a teammate. The only time you criticize someone in that moment is if they're not giving you effort. Mike White is someone who went to 10 different doctors to try to get back on the field after he busted his ribs against the Bills and when he almost punctured a lung. He went to 10 different doctors to find somebody who would clear him, if you remember, and then nobody would. I mean, this is a guy you do not say that to. Well, even though he played poorly for sure.
And Mike White was a guy who was making no money, who was brought in for free, who was a backup quarterback who comes in, like you said, playing his heart out, playing in pain, getting busted up, getting beat up. Like, how dare you? What's the expectation on Mike White? We didn't spend a second overall pick, a first round second pick, number 2 overall in the draft on Mike White. So you're going to go over that. It's disgraceful. It's despicable. And Woody Johnson should be freaking penalized by the league for that. It's inexcusable, and he should stay the hell away from the locker room. But he's too much of an egomaniac and a rich, spoiled brat to ever do that.
We have to. That's why we should shame him about it, because it's all we could do is publicly shame him, and that way, hopefully, he changes. Because that's the one thing you just do not do. That's just a sacred place, and you do not do that in a sacred place like that.
I know we talk about this ad nauseum, but would you? By the way, thank you so much for your super chat. Very generous of you, KF101. We appreciate it. We'd love to get your thoughts. Do you guys foresee new regime unloading one or two of our young studs for draft assets in 2025? I think that, first of all, we have to make sure we're not forced to, right? Is Garrett Wilson going to create such a stink? Is that a real story? Is it true? Frank, what do you think? I mean,
well,
I don't like getting rid of known assets that are successful NFL players for unknown draft picks.
Well, the thing is that this is subpart question of a larger concern. So there's going to have to be a plan put together by the new regime of what the hell we're doing. We need an entire plan of what we're doing. Here's how we're going to handle the salary cap. Here's what we're doing with Rodgers and Adams and Lazard. What keep them, get rid of them. Here's how we're handling the salary cap. Here's what we're going to do to rebuild our draft capital. So this is part of a larger question of what is the overall game plan for this year, for next year, long term. How are we going to build the coaching staff? How are we going to develop these players? Whatever players we have to get the maximum out of them. We can't just expect to get this player or that player and they're going to change everything. We need to have a system that maximizes the talent of the players that we have, whatever those talents may be, and we get the most out of them. What's a plan to make sure that we have that system in place? What's our plan for talent evaluation that's going to be different, so that we're not picking up the Lakey Fotus and the Javon Kinlaws and the Solomon Thomases in the future? How are we fixing our pro personnel scouting? Is somebody getting fired? Is somebody getting promoted? Is somebody changing out? What's the plan for that? So all of these things is how you're going to restructure the team and restructure the systems that are going to allow the team to function better in the future. Then once you have that big plan, then you would take this sub question and say, all right, let's put it out in the market. Let's see what we can get. And it's like one or two of our young studs. Okay, which of the young studs? So you put it out, Sauce Gardner. All right, you're not getting much of a bite in terms of people wanting to trade for him. Well, then you're not trading him. Garrett Wilson. Okay, well, is he a long-term piece? Or did we sign him to a contract? If you sign him to a contract, you're not trading him. All right, Breece Hall, if we put him out for trade, what are we getting back for him? If it's not much, then we're not trading him. But if somebody wants to give us a haul, well, we'll consider it. Depends what the haul is. Yeah. So the answer is everything should be on the table, but it's part of a much larger question of how we're reorganizing this entire franchise to have long-term success.
Yeah. And anything is possible because we have an unknown GM. We don't know who it's going to be. We don't know what their philosophy is. We don't know how they're going to feel about these young players. We know nothing. We don't know the scheme. We don't know and the coach and what they're going to want from players. And if our young players fit them as perfectly, we know nothing. But I think it's like, hey, this is what we're going to be talking about all off season, right? I mean, this is what it's about. We're going to be talking about who our GM is going to be, who our coach is going to be, and then it's going to be about who the quarterback it is, what kind of defense we're going to run, who we're keeping, signing, not signing, and then it's going to be about who we draft. I mean, that's all in front of us, and that's going to be, if you think we're talking about it ad nauseum now, think about how much we're going to be talking about it in the offseason when there's nothing else to talk about. That's just what it's going to be. I want to remind everybody that this channel and this show is sponsored by BetUS. BetUS has a great promotion going on. GreenBean talked about it. They're matching like unlimited money, 150% of however much you put into the account to open up your account, up to $2,000. BetUS. Thank you for sponsoring the show. Frankie, is there anything you want to talk about with your channel that people should not miss? If you're not subscribed to Frankie from Flatbush, he's about to tell you why that's a very big mistake.
What I think is my content is pretty unique, so it's probably not for everybody. So what I would say is if you're interested, go check out some of the videos. They're very different from most of the content creators on YouTube, so it might not be for you, actually. But check out the videos. If it is for you, it'll probably be something you're really into. So you'll see how I do it. Some people love my sense of humor. Some people don't. And that's just the way it is. And if you don't, you're not going to enjoy the videos, so don't subscribe. But if you do, check it out. Subscribe, like the videos. We've been doing some live streams this week with folks as watching some different teams, so we could get some different things going on the channel in terms of looking at other players. Other teams have some of these similar problems that we do. Caleb Williams, the Bears have a big problem. Spencer Rattler, I think he played a little better today looking at the numbers, but we watched him play a game this week. Did not look good at all. And some of these teams fall into the same category. Some teams we could use as an example of how to build a team. Look at the Packers and what they're doing. And then Jordan Love looks amazing. So, yeah. Check it out, Frankie from Flatbush. See if you like it. Watch a few videos. If it's for you, subscribe. If not, please don't.
Frankie's Facts.
Yeah, that's what you get with Frankie. You get lots and lots of facts.
Yes.
So I personally think he's being very humble. I think you have to. subscribe to his channel. Like, there's just information that's just too valuable not to have. And it's really good to have him back. Guys, have an amazing week. Next week's our final week. We'll see you then.
Second and 9, and Rivers. What a stick by his own guy. By his own guy. Colbert is the one down on the field. Making the catch, and that